Holiday season, Duplessis Builders wants to help those in need, and we're asking for your help. Between now and December 22nd, we want to pack the pool with new, unwrapped toys and clothes for children here in the area. Just come to our showroom on Airline Highway at Duplessis, right here in Gonzales, during business hours and help us pack the pool. For more information, go to DuplessisBuilders.net. That's DuplessisBuilders.net to help make Christmas special for our kids in South Louisiana.
Well, why don't you just come right out and say it?
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the Jim's Firearms.net hotline at 499-1045.
Say what?
Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the Jim's Firearms.net hotline. Get the 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge mobile app powered by Bayou Ford and tap the microphone icon to send us your thoughts in an audio message. Your message could be played on air. Find our app in the Apple or Google Play Store. For direct links, visit 1045ESPN.com.
Hey, Ryan Terrio here. If you're tired of the automated car wash that only cleans half your vehicle, call my buddy Kurt Fall. K Falls and his team are professional and will treat you like family. Whether it's a full-on detail or a ceramic coating, call 225-478-4805. You won't be disappointed.
Need New Year's Eve plans?
Revelry Ball.
Do you love great food and an open bar?
Revelry Ball.
Looking for live music from David St. Remain?
Revelry Ball.
Chris LeBlanc?
Revelry Ball.
The Eddie Smith Band?
Revelry Ball.
And a DJ from 11 to 1 a.m.?
Revelry Ball.
Get your tickets for a New Year's Eve ball that has it all. The Revelry Ball at RevelryBall.com. That's RevelryBall.com for an incredible New Year's Eve party that's also a fundraiser for our veterans. That's RevelryBall.com now.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Monday, December 23rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 66. In hour one of today's show, we'll react to round one of the college football playoff, and we'll talk about the latest transfer portal additions for your LSU Tigers. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Merry Christmas from Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota. Join Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert as we spread some holiday cheer and talk all things sports. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio. Let's get this Christmas party started.
Santa, tell me if you're really there. Don't make me fall in love again if he won't be here next year. Santa, tell me if he really cares. 'Cause I can't give it all away if he won't be here next year.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Merry Christmas. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Monday morning here. Hopefully you're off of work. You got a nice coffee in hand and you're excited to enjoy an excellent pre-Christmas season as we are here on the eve of Christmas Eve. Turkeys going in the brine. Everybody's getting ready for church tomorrow. Presents, getting ready for Santa coming to town. What a time to be alive. And here we just experienced our first ever round of the 12-team playoff. And my God, the takes. A lot of takes to get to on today's show. So if you are listening and you're up and about, welcome. If you want to get involved, youtube.com/1045 ESPN is how you can do so. Having the Bayou Ford YouTube chat. I'm T-Bob Hebert. We got Jake Hester. We got Jordan. We got Taylor hanging out with us today. Alondra's out. Jake, what's up, man? How we feeling? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You're not T-Bob. You're Olaf.
I love warm hugs. I think 93 Alabama should have made the playoffs. That's what you sound like. An idiot. Tide fans. You were real loud before that Tennessee game. Done quieted down a little bit after that. Now, didn't we there, Alabama?
Yeah, they did.
I guess for those listening on radio, I'm in an adult-sized Olaf costume, so. Actually, my second costume of the morning. I worked out at Evolve this morning in adult-size Buddy the Elf pajamas. So we are off to a rip-roaring Christmas Eve. What's up, though, man? How was the weekend? No traveling?
No.
Gonna stay back and watch football?
Yeah, no traveling. Got a chance to sit back, watch all the games. Memphis and his little indoor soccer team had 2 competitive games, and so that was fun.
Nice.
They already get a couple dubs there. Family time, got a lot done. So, no, it was a good weekend. I felt bad. Katie's like, we got so much done with you here this weekend.
Yeah, imagine that.
Sorry about that. I'll see you in February.
You see you in a month. See you
Actually,
in a couple months.
mid-February.
Ugh, that's brutal. Jordan, what's up? Welcome. I wish Alondra was here, but I guess you're okay.
Nah, it's cool, man. I do what I do. I do what I do.
Merry Christmas. What's
Merry
going
Christmas.
on? So where's your family? Is your family in New Orleans? Where are they at?
Well, my mom's finna leave to go back to Shreveport. My grandpa, he was in the hospital, ICU
man,
and all
sorry,
that. Yeah,
dude.
So she's finna go back up there to go back with him. So she's not gonna be here for the holidays, but my dad and my sister and whatnot probably go by my grandparents.
Okay, right on, man.
Yeah.
So you're not going to Shreveport?
Nah, I can't. I got work.
Okay, right on. Tay, what's up with you, man? How you doing today?
Oh, T-Bob, it's a good day, dude. Heck of a football weekend.
Yeah.
Look, we got till about 6 p.m. tonight, okay? I got to fake it till I make it.
Yes.
We get through that,
Yes.
and we are partying the next 2 days.
Yes, shout
And
out
when I mean
Tay
partying, I
Musso.
mean probably not leaving the house.
Tay pulling double duty on December 23rd, doing off the bench 7 to 10 a.m. and then AFR 3 to 6. So maybe I'll be a little bit nicer to Taylor today. So look, we have a lot of playoff talk to get to. Jake got us some fantastic gifts too. We can unwrap in later in the show, but we got a lot of playoff talk to get to, a lot of Portal Combat to get to. Saints Packers is coming up later tonight. NFL over the weekend, and I think we gotta. Okay, we need to during the next commercial break, guys, make a priority of seeding this movie bracket and start putting votes out there to the people. And these are going to be quick votes and see if we can advance through this thing. Maybe we can, maybe we can't, maybe we do it while we're off air as well. But we will we will complete the Christmas movie bracket. Okay?
Fair enough.
Okay. Let's just start with the playoffs because of course, right? Let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
The shortest waiting period in the industry, Tiger Labor makes it easy to transfer top talent onto your payroll quickly. Tiger Labor personally vets your workforce, solve all your staffing needs, whether short or long-term. Remember, they're not just forwarding resumes to you, but interviewing and dispatching in person every morning at 5 a.m. Playoff problems.
Playoffs.
Are they broken? What's wrong? Did the wrong teams get in? These are all questions that are being asked after the 4 home teams completely dominate the 4 games over the weekend. Jake, in my opinion, it is not as much that you got the wrong teams in the field. Though, look, if you want to make that argument, there are arguments to be made, but I think it's still tough to say, well, how would you have decided? Like, we can get into that. I think, though, the root of maybe what went wrong from a matchup standpoint this weekend is mainly in seeding, right? And I did not think seeding was that big of a deal because I thought these teams were closer than they ended up being. Like, I thought Indiana was on par with Notre Dame, and I was dead wrong in my analysis. I thought Tennessee had a real chance. I mean, I know Ohio State had an advantage of Will Howard, but I thought Tennessee had a real chance. I was dead wrong. So the point is, before when people were talking about seeding, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of dumb, but whatever. I thought these games are still going to be close. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But if you had seeded this based on how these teams were ranked, 2 of these teams would have not been playing this weekend, right? And so, in theory, maybe you get some better games there instead of maybe now you might have 2 weeks in a row where you get a couple lopsided matches. But I will say this, though. A lot of people came away from this weekend very negative, very angry, very rawr. The games were not enjoyable to watch. They were not exciting to watch, but I am excited to watch the 4 winners going forward. Because everybody that won this weekend looked so damn good that every one of them looked like a national championship caliber team.
Yeah.
And that has me very excited going forward. There's a lot of victory lapping over the playoff sucks and it's broken and never should make. Okay, we got a lot of games left to play, guys. And they're only going to get better and more exciting. So I'm pumped up. I think all the 4 teams that won look like they could legitimately win a national championship. But I do think, I don't know if you can change this for next year, but I do think seeding maybe is the root of some of the mismatches here.
And maybe it is. Obviously, a lot of people didn't like the fact that we had, Boise State and Arizona State get a bye. And we'll see. And, people speaking on those 2 teams, those teams hadn't even played yet. So it's like you're speaking on those in absolutes.
I would love for them to do well, by the way.
You're right, though, about Tennessee. A lot of people's narrative did change once Tennessee got blown out. Penn State SMU, that one was kind of exactly how I thought it was going to play out.
Yeah.
I'm very bullish on Notre Dame. On off campus, they were like, hey, pick 3 teams to win a national championship. And I went Oregon, Notre Dame, Texas. That's the 3 that I chose.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised there either.
Well, and if you'd seen it just off the rankings, it would have been Notre Dame and Texas getting the byes, right? Or maybe Penn State. It would have been Penn State and Texas. But okay,
yeah.
Never mind.
Or because Notre Dame couldn't, but
yeah.
If they could, they would have been the conversation maybe. But look, we have first-round blowouts in the NFL all the time. I understand that. Maybe the reseeding, maybe that can be something that you take a look at. Maybe, if Arizona State's playing Clemson and, Boise State probably would have been playing SMU. Yeah, maybe you get a better game there. I do understand that. But now I want to see the better matchups. We're going to get Ohio State and Oregon. We're going to get Notre Dame, Georgia. Can't wait to cover that game. And we don't know about Arizona State. We don't know about Boise State just yet. Am I upset that it was just clunker after clunker? Yeah, absolutely. I was expecting some great football.
Watched every minute.
Spent a lot of time making a gumbo, getting excited for it. And I felt like gumbo was the most exciting part of the weekend. None of these games, not one of these games was interesting and intriguing. Indiana at the end kind of made it a little bit spicy there, but that game was never going to go the Hoosiers' way. So even Texas and Clemson, Clemson had a little comeback. I'm like, they're not going to win.
It was a strong. I thought it was an impressive shutting of the door after Clemson did get a little hot. If I'm a Clemson fan, I'm actually not feeling terrible.
Yeah.
Because Klubnik and those freshman wide receivers looked very good. It's a very good defense. And, you can carry that into next year and be pretty excited about your potential if you're Clemson. Clemson could be back as a national championship contender next season. But I thought for Texas, when they came up with that 4th and goal stop, then they immediately respond with, I think, a 70-plus yard touchdown run. Or no, Clemson scores to get down 7. Yep. They go 70-yard touchdown. Clemson gets down to the 1, and then they come up with a 4th down stop. Then they run that 4-minute offense that really should have ended the game, but they didn't call that one a first down at the end. But basically ended the game. It was an emphatic finish from Texas there. So again, I think all 4 teams that we saw win this week in our national championship caliber. Probably my biggest disappointment of the weekend remains Indiana. I was a firm believer in that they were legitimately a very good team regardless of schedule because how they had handled who they played on their schedule. And for all of Kurt Signetti's brash courage, it seemed to kind of go out the window this weekend as it felt like he was just trying to keep it close,
Yeah.
And that's the most disappointing part. Go out on your sword. Don't go out trying to lose by 10. Do the things that maybe end up losing by 35, but you got to do it. That 4th and 11. And I get what he's saying after the game. He's like, we've done nothing up to that point. So what? I think I'm going to get 4th and 11 just hopes and dreams. But it's but that's not the point. You have to go for it because you have to.
Right.
You don't even have a choice. At that point, Notre Dame, even when they're not scoring, they're spending 5-6 minutes a drive. They are just suffocating you. and you're allowing them to do it without using everything at your disposal. And so, I mean, between that, kicking the field goal, I think when they were down 17 with like a short fourth down, like just a lot of not winning football, not aggressive decisions from Cignetti. And kind of interesting, Jake, in that we didn't get to see Cignetti make decisions from behind a lot this year.
No.
I mean, they dominated the entire year, so maybe that's a part of his game that he'll have to evolve going forward, is being willing to engage in more risk when you have to because the game flow dictates you have to.
Yeah, I mean, when he punted, I was completely shocked.
So sad.
I mean, that's somebody that, with the way that he talks, you thought, oh, man, he's going to be on the front foot. He's going to try to get back in this game. If you lose by 40, be damned, but we're going to go out fighting. And then when he played it safe, it's like, you don't play it safe in the playoffs.
No, bro. What are we talking about?
You don't play it safe in the playoffs. Dude, I have been in that situation. Like, I've been in a playoff game where it's been tied up. We get the ball back. You got like 30 seconds left. It's like, let's go win this deal. And we took a knee, went to overtime. I'm like, what? What are we doing? We got timeouts left. Like, what are we doing here? And then we lost the game.
And you got PR-17 at the time?
No, this
or was
is Peyton.
it Peyton? Oh, wow.
In Mile High, where
Foxy, what are we doing?
Where you can kick a long field goal.
Foxy, what are we doing,
You know,
dude?
you got but we took a knee with 30-something seconds left with 2 timeouts with Peyton Manning. So, like, I don't like any of that. And I was shocked when they did that because it just felt like with the way that, he was talking before the game, he was going to go for broke. He did not.
He did not. And it's actually like, and then you saw SMU, and it looked like at first Lashley was about to teach Cignetti, and Jennings just completely imploded. I mean, you saw the power of the home field in that Penn State game. Because remember, SMU had the early, they stop him 3 and out. They get the ball back. They're driving. They have 4th and 1. And it's a a lot of times, Jake, we talk about play calls and whether or not they're good or bad, and we only use the result. This is one where we can all agree it was a good play call, but it just didn't work. They ran that naked boot on 4th and 1, and he had both the first down and he had the touchdown, and he got neither. As he tried to do a little too much, threw it behind the receiver, incomplete, turnover on downs, and that was just the start of Jennings' night. I got to say, I mean, we talked about it coming into the round, the 2 themes of a lot of the teams that you were identifying, talking about this first round of games were defense and the power of home field. And both defense and the power of home field were on display this week. And as Penn State just, I mean, it looked like watching poor Jennings. He looked like he was just a normal human battling a frost giant and just getting the hell beat out of him.
Yeah, he was hovering around Nathan Peterman territory like all game long. You know, a lot of group chats talking about that over the weekend.
Nathan, Merry Christmas.
I mean, come on. I got through like 6 interceptions in an NFL game. But that's what he felt like. It's like, man, the Monstars then came down here and took his talent. Like, what is going on? And, like, once you saw that, you knew there was no chance. Because he needed to play, like, dynamic football for them to have a chance to win.
Yeah,
like, he had to be
2
himself.
pick sixes against that team?
You can do – like, he had – multiple turns. I had 6 against Duke, and they found a way. You can do that against Duke, and Duke's not bad. They're a 9-win football team. You can't do that on the road in a playoff game against Penn State.
No.
Like, that game was the one that I felt like looked like 2 different levels of football. Because Indiana, Notre Dame, a little bit. That one, it looked like 2 different levels.
Yeah, like the bodies were just different.
Yeah.
And Rojas looks so big on the edge. Was it DeLuca who came up with the other pick 6?
The linebackers, Rojas.
I mean,
and
Drew
DeLuca.
Aller looks like Josh Allen, like straight up. I mean, he's not as good as Josh, but he looks exactly like Josh Allen.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that love Drew Aller, like in the NFL draft community.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that for sure. Also, I mean, big white Penn State quarterbacks, there's a ton of them in the NFL. They never start, but they're littered. They're out there.
Give me a random Penn State quarterback.
Trace McSorley.
Damn it.
All right.
That was going to be mine.
Jordan.
Sean Clifford.
Okay.
I was going to go with Trace McSorley. There's one other. Who's the other one that I'm missing that's been in the recent lineage? Hackenberg. Yeah. They're all the same guy.
I'll go Kerry Collins.
They're all the exact same guy. Well, Kerry played for
That's
Super
the
Bowl.
one I have
Shout
left,
out
though.
to him, dude. Yeah, legend. So those are those 2 games. Clemson, Texas was actually pretty good. Like I said, like you got some semblance of excitement there. But again, that's a game that analysis-wise, we really, everybody nailed it, not just us, but like Clemson can't stop the run. We said it. They're awful run defense, and sure enough, Texas runs the ball for 300 yards. I would be very concerned if I'm a Texas fan, though, about if you run into an elite rush defense. Like, how did Georgia beat Texas both times? They completely shut down the run. I don't think Quinn's got the goods when you put it on him. I don't think Quinn's championship caliber when you make him win it.
Which is so odd because there's so much of him that is, but the parts that are not feel egregious. Like when you watch him play, it's like, oh man, that guy can spin it. And then like 2 seconds later, it's like, what in the hell is he thinking?
Yeah.
What is he seeing out there? He will throw a ball to a squatted corner more than any quarterback in the country. It is wild to me. I'm like, y'all, what is he? It's like you'll run a 10-yard comeback into a corner that's waiting on it. He's like, I can fit it in there. I'm like, dude, you can. Nobody can. A rocket launcher couldn't fit it in there, but he'll do it. He'll do it every game.
And he's not really like a rocket launcher thrower. He's like that. He has beautiful touch. Like feathery touch.
Incredible spiral, all that, but it's not a rocket arm. It's not going back to Josh Allen. It's not that.
But look, Texas still has, what, with top 2, top 3 defense, maybe the number 1 defense.
How their safeties.
Yeah. Give me one of them.
Give me half of one of them. My God, they are out there hitting and covering, but hitting and like setting the tone for the game.
And the Texas O-line was great as well, leading the way for Wisner and Blue. So if they can run, Texas can win a championship. But if you stop them, I think you win the game. All right, we can talk more about the final game. Look forward. We'll get to Portal Combat. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
Go to Pinnacle Exterior Construction, PECbuilt.com, PECbuilt.com. Do you want to build a custom pool? Come on, let's go and swim. Get it? In summer. You and Olaf can be chilling by your custom pool in summer. Okay. Or maybe you get a spec pool where you choose from a number of different templates with the detail work within said templates. And, well, all of a sudden, your backyard is a place where you, your kids, your friends all want to be throughout the summer. Because that's the point of all this, right? Making the dream of the home of your dreams a reality. We build the spaces, you build the memories. So whether it's a brand new fence, pergola, bulkhead, outdoor living area, outdoor kitchen, it's all at Pinnacle Exterior Construction.
Yeah, go to PECbuilt.com. PECbuilt.com is the place to go for all your custom pool needs, all your backyard needs, home or business. PECbuilt.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Go.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Hope you're having a very merry Christmas season. Talking about this weekend's playoff games. The only game we haven't touched on yet, the nightcap, Tennessee, Ohio State. And it was real interesting up to this point, because up to this point, everything had been about, Lane Kiffin, Lane. You look like a petulant child. But whatever. Everything up until this point had been the SEC basically saying, see, I told you, like the strength of schedule hive was very strong. To the point where I tweeted out, like, I basically bowed out, because I was on the opposite side of that discussion throughout the selection process. And I basically tweeted something along the lines of, sometimes you just got to accept, like it was going to be impossible to win hypothetical arguments with the games that we had gotten thus far. And so I basically said, okay, I bow out of it. How then, though, if you are someone who is arguing that these 3-loss SEC teams should have gotten in and they were so much better and strength of schedule so much better, how then do you make sense of the Tennessee game? Because here you had a 2-loss SEC team that played a tough schedule, that was 3rd in the SEC, Ohio State, 3rd in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And you look as completely outclassed as anybody over the weekend. SMU was worse. Clemson was better. And Indiana, maybe better, I guess that's maybe a matter of opinion. But the point is, how do these lesser SEC teams then still try to justify everything they were whining and complaining about when the team that finished 3rd in the conference with 2 losses went and got absolutely trounced to the 3rd place Big Ten team who finished with 2 losses? And it was also real interesting to see Lane's Twitter go completely radio silent after that. Because, here's the thing, again, just beat Kentucky. Just beat Oklahoma. If you really want to be there, we have never in this sport ever rewarded 3-loss seasons. 2-loss, yeah, that gets you in a New Year's Six Bowl, so that sort of stuff. So at the end of the day, I still think when some of these 3-loss teams maybe have been better quality games, potentially. It's not a guarantee, potentially. But Tennessee really knocked the wind out of the sails of just bumping up the SEC above everybody because it's the SEC.
Yeah, I didn't like the same thing. I didn't like over the weekend. It's like, oh man, this is intriguing. This is riveting. You don't know what you would have done. And you're right about, if you want to be there, you can't have the bad loss. If you'd had 3 good losses, maybe, yeah. Maybe it's a conversation. Because South Carolina, maybe they got it. If they didn't lose to 2 teams that were in front of them with the bad losses.
Yeah.
Maybe that looks a little bit different. Maybe if they would have lost to LSU, Tennessee, and Texas, and then they finished the way they did, beating the teams they did, maybe it looks a little bit different. I don't know. But yeah, you can't assume that you would have gone out there and done any better. I don't know. I didn't like the look very much either.
No, I mean it was annoying, but it was one of those deals where it's like I can't even debate.
I don't think Shane was doing any of that, was he? I know Lane was. Was Shane Beamer doing any of that?
No, I don't. Not that I saw. Lane was the only coach. I don't think DeBoer was either.
DeBoer feels like somebody that doesn't use Twitter.
I'm about to say,
like he might have an account, but somebody else runs that account. Like Shane and Lane for sure.
Yeah, I'm about to say
tweet from their account.
Lane is the most Twitter heavy coach there is. So
it's probably exist of coexisting truths where those teams would have performed better, but at the same time they did not play well enough to get in the tournament. Like you don't get rewarded for underachieving.
Yeah,
and those teams underachieved. Maybe not South Carolina, but actually by the talent level they eventually reached at the end of the year, they did.
Yeah,
given how good they were playing. So it's I don't know. My bottom line is like whatever. If you believe that, you believe that. I can't argue against hypotheticals. You know, like you have the hypothetical of we would have won, and the game wasn't played, so I can't tell you yes or no. What I do know is that Tennessee did kind of take away, I think, some of the steam out of that argument. As far as the game itself goes, though, this is another one where it feels like the difference is what we said it was going to be going into the game. Will Howard versus Nico Iamaleava. Will Howard's just better. He's been really good all year, save for that Michigan game. The one part of this game that I did not expect to go so well for Ohio State, Jake, I thought Ohio State's O-line would struggle more. I thought they would struggle to protect Howard at time. I didn't think Ohio State would be able to run the ball like they did. And Ohio State's O-line completely dominated a very good Tennessee front seven. And then obviously them losing Dylan Sampson was going to be a death knell. No,
that was weird.
No matter what.
That was just like, it looked like he was trying to warm up, and then he looked like he was done. And he looked like he was trying to. I mean, it's like, man, that's tough. Like that guy's Offensive Player of the Year in the SEC. And I don't know that it really would have mattered, but that was tough just seeing him try to get loose and then go back to the sideline. In that weather, it's almost impossible if you're tweaked at all to kind of get back into the game. It's kind of a bad situation for him. But going back to the Tennessee rush, I thought that was maybe going to be the difference in the game. And I was like, look, I don't think we're going to have any upsets. But if I had to pick one, I'll pick Tennessee, sure, because of their defensive line, their front seven. They got one of the best corner tandems in the country. I'm like, they'll be okay. Man, Ohio State, and I think a lot of it was Chip Kelly, and they watched a lot of Michigan film, and that team didn't run anything they did in the Michigan game. I mean, they were going over the top, they were pushing the ball down the field. You could tell Tennessee had a plan to try to stop the run and intermediate passes. And Ohio State did none of that. They were going to go down the field. It was going to be, hey, my freshman against your top corner, and my freshman's going to win.
Yeah, I mean, Jeremiah Smith, is he the best weapon left in these playoffs? I mean, Ashton Genty would be up there. TJ Warren would be up there.
Jeremiah Smith's amazing.
He's and Ibuka is amazing as well.
You're just going to leave Cam
Scatterbo would be up there.
Wow.
I was asking. I wasn't saying.
Wow.
But I mean, to me, the Jeremiah Smith play that is not the biggest play, but that I found to be in some ways the most impressive was the fourth down drag route where they're going against a zone defense.
Oh, yeah.
And when the ball is thrown, he comes back and attacks the ball.
Yeah.
Coming underneath the line to gain, but naturally creating the space from the defender to not just catch it, not have it broken up, but then to be able to get around him and get the first down. It's just such a natural and high-level football IQ. Very, very impressive. Jeremiah Smith's awesome.
He is incredible. I mean, he was doing things that like a savvy fifth-year senior does, like you're saying.
Yeah.
That's a great breakdown, T, of what he did on that play because – a lot of freshmen allow that ball to come to them or maybe they fade a little bit and they don't get you don't get the first down, man. That is high level stuff. And he's certainly in the conversation for best playmaker left. This is not like a heavy top tier receiver playoff.
No. Like it hasn't been a year.
Think about the teams that are still in it. Like, and if Jordan Tyson doesn't come back, which I don't think we expect him to come back, like he would have been in the conversation at Arizona State. Like Texas has really good receivers at times, but it's like not that one dominant guy. Like Golden's like a deep threat. He's going to go get the go ball, but he's not running 18-yard dig routes. But I mean, he might be like. Can we think of another one that can take over a game?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, does Ohio State have?
He might be the only one.
He's a game breaker for real.
Does Ohio State have the?
I mean, Tez at Oregon.
Oh, Tez Johnson. Tez would be better than Ibuka.
He's not on the level of Jeremiah Smith, though. I don't think.
No, but I'm saying, like, do we have another receiver at all that can take
like a
over
legit game breaker?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. No.
Right.
A legit game breaker.
Is he the only other one from Ohio State?
And I don't even think he's on the same level as his teammate.
Yeah. So.
I mean, because think about Notre Dame. I mean, Notre Dame's a really good football team. They're not built.
They're not
going to
get you with their weapons. No,
take
they're
over
do
a game. Same thing with Penn State. I mean, Warren, the tight end, might be their best bet in that conversation. I think that's it. Because Georgia certainly doesn't have it.
They need it. They need one.
Georgia's looking for somebody to throw the football to.
Yeah. Notre Dame opened as a slight favorite in that game, and then they did bounce back Georgia's way.
I just looked at it right now. Georgia 1.5.
I feel like this is a hellish first start for Gunner.
It opened up Notre Dame -1.5.
Yeah.
You're right, and now it's moved to Georgia -1.5.
Pick them, flip them.
Oh well, but look, the bottom line again, not exciting games, but I am excited about the teams who won. They all looked awesome. They all look championship caliber. Can't wait for this next round. All right, more OTB coming up. Keep it locked here on 104.5 ESPN.
Off the bench.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment. Dave's back on. Coors Light. Choose chill.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
fees. Asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Hey, it's Jake and James here from Trash Rangers of Louisiana.
Wishing you and yours a Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
Looking to buy or sell? Visit 225re.com. Service First Real Estate, where relationships come first.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back here to OTB. And right now, we are pleased to be joined by U-High Director, Mr. Kevin George, here on Off the Bench. Talking a little U-High as me and Jake, both proud Cubs, but also going to be hosting the Gala this year. Very excited. Kev, we were killing it on the dance floor at last year's Gala, I'd say.
Yeah, we had a great time. I think you and I did a little dance. I think we
Yep.
got some rave reviews.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also got in a little trouble. Might have got a little too sideways. Gone a little too, celebrate a little too hard. But no, stop shaking your head, Taylor, okay? As the MC this year, we're going to keep it between the lines, and we are going to raise some money and have a hell of a time.
Have you told him that you're
coming up
wearing
this
the
spring.
Olaf costume to MC yet?
I am not wearing the Olaf costume to MC. I'll be rocking my Pierce for Smoke. Kev, what's going on though, man? How you doing this Christmas season, bro?
Look, this Christmas season is great because right now, everyone goes home. We send your kids back for a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
but we stay busy, right? With all sorts of athletics going on right now. I mean, our girls basketball team just went to Mobile this weekend. They're undefeated.
Let's
right
go.
now. Ranked number 1 in Division II. And so we're just really excited about that basketball team right now.
Yeah, they won a big tournament in Mobile over the weekend, huh?
Yeah, looking real good. Coach C.J. Johnson, she's been there a long time, former LSU women's basketball player. She does a great job, her and her staff with our team. They were state runner-ups last year, lost to our crosstown rivals, Parkview Baptist. But our girls are back and ready, and they seem better than ever.
So as you look forward to the spring, what is the main goal right now? Like you say that y'all are working on over the break while our kids are all back home, and y'all are not having to take care of them for us every single day.
Yeah, no worries. And so a few things going on. Like right now, again, is real busy. We have we just talked about our girls basketball team. Our boys soccer team right now is undefeated as well. They're ranked number 2 in the division right now. Our girls soccer team, they're ranked number 4 right now. So, our coaches just do a great, amazing job. And they have tournaments all throughout the break. Leading up to one of our big tournaments, the Wade Sims tournament, our boys basketball team will be participating in January 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. That raises a lot of money for that Wade Sims Foundation, one of the great Cubs. And so just an incredible family. So we're super excited about supporting them and what we're doing here at U-High.
Did you tell him about the Pink Pandas? I mean, soccer? I mean, you're going to have a Cub playing soccer?
Well,
you got your first victory?
Unfortunately, we're not the premier U-High soccer club.
No, it belongs
there. I think it's the Rainbow not the Rainbow Unicorns. It's something. We're kind of the B team, but we're on the rise.
But T-Bob won. He's starting to win some games.
Unicorns.
Okay, there was a while.
No, I mean we without a doubt. I went winless in Little League sports for I think 3 years, and then we might have gone like 9-1 or something.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah,
you gotta brag about it.
It was a big turnaround for the Pandas, and we're committed to continuing to strive for excellence and improving, but it's been rough. Kev, did you take any of those playoff games this weekend?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, watching it, of course I had to watch my Pittsburgh Steelers, so in the middle of all that, kind of went down a little bit. Russell had a couple of bad turnovers there, but hey, I feel good. I feel good when George Pickens comes back. We're going to be all right.
Yeah, you probably do feel good. You're a Steelers fan. All you get to experience every single year is consistent winning.
Absolutely.
Like you've never. How did you end up a Steelers fan?
My son, who is 30 years old, have never experienced a losing Steelers season.
Oh,
never. And so it is. He doesn't understand.
Wow.
When Roethlisberger retired, he was like, "Dad, who's our quarterback? I don't even know how to operate." But it's just a tremendous job that Coach Tomlin and all the group does up there in Pittsburgh.
The Immaculate Reception was on this day in 1972.
It was today?
Since
in
we're sitting here
72?
talking about the Steelers.
How'd you end up as a Steelers fan?
Just growing up, my dad was a Steelers fan.
Okay.
I grew up in Crowley, Louisiana.
Yeah.
The Cowboys and the Steelers were the only teams on televisions. In the 70s, the Saints were, let's face it, not just awful.
Just awful.
And so, you fell into two groups. You were either Cowboy or Steelers fan, and we were Steelers fans.
At least he chose the right group. His family ended up in the Cowgirls.
There
group.
is a large host of Steeler fans still in Shreveport because of Terry Bradshaw. Like kind of the same thing.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
They were on TV in the 70s. The Saints weren't as much, and Saints were kind of,
Rustin Rifle,
somewhat new. And Rustin Rifle, he's from Shreveport.
I don't know. I thought
Rustin
it was called
Rifle, Burt Jones.
Oh, that's not Terry Bradshaw?
No. He's from Shreveport to Woodlawn High School.
Shreveport
Slinger.
Slinger?
I don't know. No, I mean, it wasn't a nickname.
No, that's Insminger.
That's true. Terry Bradshaw's got it. A kind of an interstate named after him in Shreveport, the Terry Bradshaw Passway. It's an interloop. I know those are foreign to a lot of people.
It'd be nice if we had some here, maybe. Kev, so what comes next for U High football, man? Obviously a very good team, but disappointment and everything else. What comes next?
Yeah, we're moving forward. It was just a devastating blow to us to have that season end abruptly for us. Just working with our squad and just trying to rebuild some things, working with the LHSAA to make sure we don't have any other issues. We're bringing back an oldie but goodie. Jill White is our athletic director. She was athletic director for about 18 years, and so she's our interim AD to get things in order to make sure that we are cleared and ready to go. I can tell you what, this is, for our seniors, obviously we bid them for farewell, and they were a great group of seniors. We wanted to see them on the field. But for our underclassmen, they are ready. They are just ready to get back on that football field. So just look out come this fall.
Hell yeah, man. I can't wait. Very excited for the spring as well. Gala coming up. You ready to dance again?
Absolutely.
You ready to raise some money?
I'm
Have
ready.
a good time?
I want to do your first dance. And look, it's going to be in Tiger Stadium, so a new venue.
Oh, yeah,
this
that's
year.
right.
It's going to
Hell
be in
yeah,
Tiger
dude.
Stadium. You got that backdrop, that amazing backdrop to just a wonderful night of. Every year it just gets bigger and better. The first few years we had it at the LaBerge, and our chair said this year, look, let's bring it to Tiger Stadium. We can bring more people in.
Yeah.
That was the thing. It just tickets sold out in hours, and so bringing it to this bigger venue, we would be able to have more Cubs to participate.
Yeah, man. It is the best education to money ratio out there. I love being a part of the U High crew. Go Cubs. And thank you, Kev. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning, man.
No, thank you
and
so much.
And everything that y'all do.
Thank you. Thanks for allowing me to be here. Thank you.
Director U High, Kevin George. All right, more OTB. Close out hour one. Coming up next.
Off the bench.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB, Roundup Hour number 1. One thing that was great about this weekend, playoff home game, right? Electric atmospheres at all the home games. It's kind of funny because, you know, I want to keep the legendary venues. So I love that this next games are at the Sugar Bowl and what? Did we get Ohio State, Oregon in the Rose Bowl? And then Georgia. Wait, who's it? Georgia who in the Sugar Bowl? Why am I blanking?
Georgia Notre Dame.
Georgia Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl. Like, okay, incredible venues, incredible matchups. But damn, I'll be damned if these home games aren't pretty awesome as well. And I mean, I don't know, Jake. Okay, since we've kind of been theming it throughout hour 1, overall takeaway on the first round and any changes that you feel like with one round of evidence that you would make. And obviously, like, I had some of my friends like talking crap to me like, oh, I thought you said senior man. And I'm like, huh. You know, it's almost like the actual evidence in front of my face changed my opinion. Imagine that, right? That you could see something and say, you know what? I was wrong. And I think actually this should maybe be fixed. But do you have any takeaways about things you would change in the future going forward?
About the playoff?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Okay, so just like the NCAA tournament, just because you win your conference in basketball, it doesn't mean you get a 1 seed.
Yeah.
Like that probably would be, okay, hey, let's do 1 through 12.
Yeah.
All right. And let's get to 12 teams in there. And if you have to knock one out because the ACC champ is 16th, like we had with Clemson, okay, then they get the very bottom. Yeah, they get the very bottom spot. I'm okay with automatic qualifiers. I am, because Like the ACC and the Big 12, like you want them represented in the playoff, but they don't have to be in consideration for a top 4 seed. And if you earn one, you earn one. And even, look, Notre Dame, and I know a lot of people are not going to like that. Like if they are a top 4 seed, I really don't have a problem with them being a top 4 seed.
I mean, by the end of the year, I think they came in as ranked 5th overall, so they wouldn't have got it, but they are a top 4 seed caliber team this year. Even they remind me so much of that Ohio State team, which had the inexplicable Virginia Tech loss, but then just got better and better and better as the year went on. Like, I know they lost to Northern Illinois, but if every time Notre Dame's brought up, you bring that up, then at a certain, then we can't have a conversation, because Notre Dame's been awesome since then. And I still think this was nobody cares what I think, but I still think it was a pretty good Indiana team. They completely dismantled, but maybe I'm wrong. And I'm favoring them slightly over Georgia. I just think Gunnar Stockton, there's a big difference between coming in halfway through a game and entering, and then Notre Dame and Marcus Freeman having 11 days to know their game planning for you, Jake. Like that's such a hard hand for him to have been dealt.
How much time is between right now until we get to
what is it, the 23rd?
Bowl, like right now. Like
9 days?
Yeah, and then 8 or 9, right?
9 days, right?
Yeah, okay. So that's going to be intriguing too. Like, so the teams that had all that time and how much they were preparing for 2 teams.
Yeah.
I know Georgia was preparing more for Notre Dame.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Oregon was probably, they had a book out on Ohio State, so maybe not in that scenario. Like Arizona State, I guarantee was working on Texas more than they were Clemson. I want to see how much that helps them.
Do you think Notre Dame was already doing some had some of their analysts doing advanced scouting on
some.
On Georgia?
Yeah, maybe some for sure. But I know Kirby was probably had the full 80% book on Notre Dame, 20% Indiana.
Yes. Yeah. No, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And I'm excited to see how that plays out. Again, one system that is proposed for 2026 that I think we can make better decisions about when we have 2 years of a 12-team playoff. I do like the idea of the 14 team where it's top 4 teams in the SEC, top 4 in the Big 10, top 2 in the Big 12, and top 2 in the ACC. It takes all kind of judgment out of it, and then you have the 2 at large. But it takes kind of the judgment out of it. It's just win your conference games. And it doesn't penalize you for scheduling hard out of conference games because it's all about your conference standings. But whatever. I love it. It's college football. Suck it, nerds, okay? All y'all freaking are pissing me off with how negative you're being.
We don't have time. We'll do it.
Off the bench.
What do you want to
do? No, I was just going to – I want to see, who you think is going to have the biggest advantage as far as their preparation for who their opponent's going to be in this round. I'm just thinking Dan Lanning and Kirby Smart, all those coaches, man, they prepare as well as anybody in the country, and they've had some real extra time to get ready for their opponent and how much that's going to play a factor into it.
And we can talk about it next hour. We get winners as well. Right now we need to talk about K to Z. KTOZBlinds.com. That's K to Z window coverage. Remember, complimentary installation. Every time you work with K to Z, we got financing options available as well. So if you need custom blinds, window shades, plantation shutters, and more, you want to go to K to Z. Brandon Barton, nearly 3 decades of experience. Guys, great gift ideas. Again, if you're a little late, that's okay. Get your father some drop-down exterior shading so he can be grilling and chilling when it gets hot in summer. Or get some, some new window treatments or shades for wifey and inside. K to Z.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Monday, December 23rd. Today in Baton Rouge, expect sunny skies with a high of 66. In hour 2 of today's show, we'll talk LSU's transfer portal additions. We'll preview Saints-Packers, and we'll continue our discussion on the college football playoff. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Santa's Little Helpers, Jacob Hester and T-Bob Bear are taking over Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota. Tune in for some naughty and nice sports talk this Christmas season. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Bear.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to hour number 2 of OTB. Talking a lot of playoffs there in hour number 1. Going to talk some Pirtle here in hour 2, as well as Jake was talking about, kind of maybe which coach had the biggest game plan advantages going in to hour 2. We got some LSU basketball over the weekend and some Portal combat to get to as well. Saints-Packers tonight also. Hell yeah. Look, I mean.
Fired up. No, we're fired up. No, we're fired up.
Okay.
Fired up, yes.
Well, pray tell, Jordan. Go. Take it off then.
Well, look, reason why I'm fired up, the spread, the line is disrespectful.
What
14
is it?
points, disrespectful. 14.5.
It went up.
Disrespectful. It's disrespectful.
Is it? Do you know that Toyotathon's going on?
Well, look.
You probably haven't seen this stat, have you?
No, I haven't. What's the stat?
So this is a good find by Taylor.
Yes.
Jordan Love, when it is not Toyotathon, has a touchdown to pick ratio of 28-25.
Okay.
Now, fortunately for us, because of the great deals at All-Star Toyota, but unfortunately for the Saints during Toyotathon,
yes,
he's thrown 25 tuds to 2 picks.
Holy moly.
I know.
Okay.
Anyway, so I don't know. Is the spread too much? So you think the spread is disrespectful?
I think it's a little disrespectful. Like, they're still professionals at the end of the day.
Okay, I'm gonna come in a little bit as a non-Saints fan here. I can understand that 14 points is a lot. Saints haven't done anything to deserve a respectful line, and
they haven't gotten blown out by anybody.
You got a rookie quarterback coming in.
Yeah.
You don't have Alvin Kamara. You don't have Chris Olave. You don't have Rashid Shaheed, and you have some injuries on the defensive side. And the Packers right now, on the flip side, are probably as healthy as they've been, and it's in the cold up there at Lambeau Field. I mean, I don't hate the line.
The only part I disagree with is you haven't had Olave or Shaheed forever. So I don't think that factors in.
And your offense has struggled.
Not having AK and starting Spencer Rattler, yes, of course. Like I don't actually think the line is disrespectful. I would love for the Saints to prove them wrong. I think I'm with you though, Taylor. I understand how you got there. Let's be clear. This is all about Kendre Miller. Okay?
Breakout.
You got to do something. And you had a good end of the game against a Commanders defense that is god-awful against the run. For whatever reason. But like for Kendre Miller, you've been given the excuse of, it was Dennis Allen. Okay? Well, with Rizzy, you got a clean slate, and now with AK being hurt, no Taysom Hill, you're the guy.
Yep.
You are the only guy. I mean, you're the only. No, I'm just thinking about draft picks. You're the only guy with a top 3 draft pick invested in you that's a weapon. Right? I mean, none of the tight ends, none of the receivers. And you're a 3rd-round pick, which shows you just how badly the roster's gone through injury and other things. But, like, you're the only one with any level of investment, and you've been sitting here and saying it was Dennis Allen's fault. Okay, go prove it. Because this Saints O-line does run block pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
And Kubiak schemes up a good rushing attack.
Yeah.
So you're going to get opportunity, Kendre Miller. Go prove it. I mean, Jake, you're a former NFL running back. What would your mindset be if you were Kendre Miller entering this game?
Oh, I'd be fired up because, it's me. There ain't nobody else really behind me. Like, it's going to be me. I'm going to get, for the first time, I'm going to get 20-plus carries. I'm going to get a chance to show, hey, I can get better as the game goes along. I can be the workhorse out here. So, no, I mean, he should be excited about the opportunity. It's going to be – I would assume the weather's not going to be great in Green Bay, right?
It's going to be cold.
It's going to be
actually slight chance of snow. It's going to be that cold.
Right.
Like
so that means even more carries for me if I'm Kendre Miller. Like, I would be very excited for this opportunity to show whoever comes in as the head coach that, hey, I can be a reliable number 2 right behind AK and I can get touches. I mean, a lot of teams in the NFL, no matter who you are, at second running back gets a lot of opportunity. So if he's not excited for this one, he ain't never going to get excited.
No, and if you can't find success, then we have no reason to be excited for you in the future going forward either. Like, as the Saints are desperately looking for any positive piece to cling on to as we sit here adrift in a freezing cold Atlantic, maybe Kendre Miller can be one of those pieces. After the Falcons decide to not only bench Kirk Cousins, but now reports are they're planning on cutting him after the year, do y'all think this will spur the Saints into action on Derek Carr?
It depends on how they feel about Spencer Rattler. I think the performance for him in the next 3 games decides Derek Carr's future. I mean, let's say he goes out there. He didn't have to win the games. Let's say he goes out there, 62% completion, couple touchdowns, no picks in the next 3 games. Like, why not? But if he goes out there and struggles, I mean, how desirable is that job, even without Derek Carr, to an incoming head coach?
Yeah, I thought Hunt had a good segment the other day, though, where he was basically looking at, okay, but let's look at all the jobs that are available and what is desirable for an incoming head coach. Like, obviously, the Bengals would be A1, right? And have they announced, are they going to make a move or not? I mean, I imagine they have to.
They have not, because they're still technically in the playoff picture.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in the hunt.
Maybe they won't, but if they do, that's one of those jobs. It's like when Harbaugh got the Chargers, right? It's so rare that a job opens up with a legitimate franchise quarterback. So that's obviously going to be A1. But, like, everywhere else you look, what is good?
Bears.
I mean, maybe the Bears, because you got Caleb
stinks.
Williams, you got a good defense.
Yeah, ownership stinks, but the Bears or take the Bears.
But even then, the Bears have been very dysfunctional. But I'd agree that the Bears would be slightly better than the New Orleans Saints.
I don't want the Jets job.
No, the Jets
Woody
is
Allen's
completely toxic,
circus.
horrible, awful.
Circus.
Sitting there listening to his Madden playing sons over his professional executives.
Doug Peterson, if he gets fired, Jags wouldn't be that bad of a job either.
I mean, I guess. Why is it better than the Saints, though? I mean, is Trevor Lawrence good or overpaid?
So that's the thing, right? Like, you could say, oh, well, Derek Carr's contract, Trevor Lawrence's contract is not looking good right now. And they have young talent. They got Travis Etienne. They got Brian Thomas Jr. They got some defensive pieces. So maybe age-wise, that might be a better job.
That's true.
You
Brian
can build
Thomas
around
is
it.
really good.
But quarterback-wise, you're kind of in the same boat.
And they'll have a top pick this year. They'll have a top pick, like top 5 maybe.
Well, anyway, we'll see. So, Jordan, you think that the Saints are you saying money line here?
Oh, no. I'm saying cover the spread. No. I do not think the Saints are going to win this game, but I think 14 points is a little disrespectful. That's all I'm saying. I'm not coming out here being like, Spencer Rattler's going to show the world the Saints are going to upset the Packers. But I think it'll be closer than.
I mean, 14 in a league where almost every game seems to always come down.
Yeah.
The last couple of possessions is always going to be inherently disrespectful regardless of any circumstance.
I get the circumstances, yes, but I also didn't see teams you think are supposed to blow somebody out just come out. Like, I didn't watch Bryce Young play spoiler the last couple of weeks to a lot of teams. So
the Panthers are the best team in the NFL.
So
the best bad team. They are
they're scrappy.
The 3-9 Cornhuskers that lost to everybody by 3.
Yeah.
We said they were the best 3-win team of all time. How many wins do the Panthers have right now?
4-11.
4-11.
Yeah. But I think they're 6-1 against the spread the last 7 weeks or something like that.
Respecters of the money.
That's the best 4-win team. I'm a little happy for Bryce Young.
I am too.
Is it maybe because he's so tiny?
Yeah,
and so sometimes you start to feel so bad for him out there. But I'm happy for him. And a great guy.
A great young man. Had a chance to interview him a couple times, and he was getting all the strays a year ago, and now he's fighting back. And I mean, you got Adam Thielen out there still playing at an incredibly high level, and so he's got some weapons, but not like some other people have around them. But he's still playing really well, and it looked like he was. We were talking about who were they going to draft a quarterback this year. Well, I think now that's a different conversation. I think they're right now set to pick 7th, and so they've completely turned around kind of what the narrative was around them. Look, they're still a 4-win team, but to your point,
respectable win.
A lot of one-score losses. I think the Jags as well. I think the Jags have 7 or 8 one-score losses. It's the most in the NFL outside of the Bengals, I think.
So,
I mean, the Jags
Mac
roster's
Jones
not
has
that
done
bad.
too. Mac Jones hadn't been that bad in Trevor Lawrence's absence. It hadn't been a huge.
Because he's
drop-off.
hey, I'm going to just find Brian Thomas.
Yeah, it hadn't been a huge.
I'm going to throw it to my best player.
Yesterday, we were talking about it earlier, how good of a young talent he is. Yesterday, that offense is struggling. They're struggling. What does Mac Jones do? 62-yard touchdown pass to Brian Thomas. That cut it to about a 5-point lead. Now, they lost by 5. They couldn't do anything after that, but he's done a really good job of finding his weapons.
Now, why did the Browns bench Jameis again?
Because he throws too many interceptions.
Okay, but at least he scores.
I'll be real. DTR stinks, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Goodness, he was
are we
terrible
sure
yesterday.
they didn't bench him because they're trying to tank?
Maybe, but I think they're grasping at straws here. I think they're so self-conscious
but Jameis gives you a better chance of winning than DTR does.
I get it.
DTR was terrible
I
yesterday.
think they're so self-conscious about missing so badly on Deshaun Watson that they're like, we're going to try these backups and hope one of them hits. That way we can save a little bit of face. I think they're just grasping at straws here, throwing whatever they can.
Jets,
DTR
9 points.
DTR was ultimate stadium pulse. I was like, dude, what are you throwing? He's throwing across his body. He's doing all this.
Bigger stadium pulse, Kevin Jennings or DTR?
Kevin Jennings. Kevin Jennings, SMU had all white on. You could see the poop stains on the back of his pants.
The three
bad.
first half picks were, that was it.
SMU should have wore blue pants. It was not a good sight.
So, Taylor, your Cowboys beating up on Baker. How do you feel about this?
Well, I told Jordan before the show, I was like, in typical Cowboys fashion. So after the 3 o'clock window of games, Washington wins. Dallas was officially eliminated from playoff consideration. So what does their defense do coming into the year? Everybody's like, this is a top 5 defense. They've been terrible. They played like a top 5 defense last night. And I'm like, way to go, guys. I don't know to be happy or sad. It looks like they may bring McCarthy back. You got to win over a good team. But you waited till the playoff elimination to play like this. Why? Cooper Rush plays the game of his life last night. 230, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. But where was this at? Where was this at the first 10 weeks of the season? Too little, too late now.
Yeah.
Bro, how did Jaden Daniels manage to win that game?
Because he's a GOAT.
5 touchdowns, man.
Yeah.
5 touchdowns against arguably one of the best teams in the NFL. I mean, they're in the top 3 discussion probably of that conversation. And, man, he is so special. His processing is elite. Then you pair that with his escapability.
Slippery.
Like, just like typically if you're like an elite processor, you don't have elite skills as a runner as well.
True.
Like that is a combination that is scary. And that's how you're in every game. Like he's going to have the opportunity to bring you back in every game. And look, a lot of us here got clowned because we said Jaden Daniels is the best quarterback in this draft. And man, caught some bullets from a lot of people saying like he shouldn't even be a first rounder. It's like, what are y'all watching?
How many wins do they have now? They have 9 wins.
10.
Oh,
right?
10 wins. Okay,
10?
so they've
10,
what
10,
you're
5,
saying
right?
is that they've more than doubled the Chicago Bears with all the weapons they have.
Right, and he's got Keenan Allen and DJ Moore and DeAndre Swift
Also,
and Rome Odunze and Cole Kmet.
I don't want to pile on a young player. You go watch those games and not just look at the box score. First half, Caleb Williams, and second half, when the game's already over, are completely different players.
Well, just his style of play is very tough to be successful in the NFL. We've only really seen one player, Patrick Mahomes, be able to kind of, have free reign back there and to make it work. Like it's hard. Like when you escape the pocket and you run into a rusher, like that's what happens in the NFL. Like Mahomes is the only one that's able to ever figure out like how to just buy time and get the ball off.
That was kind of my thing when he was coming into the NFL, right? And I get it. It's easy to compare him to Patrick Mahomes. Everybody's like, oh, he can be Patrick Mahomes. I'm like, for every Patrick Mahomes, there's a Johnny Manziel. There's all these other players that play like that don't work out. You're pointing to the one outlier, not the 10 to 15 players that play like that don't work out.
Damn you, Madhouse!
I know.
What?
Sitting here watching
Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, and freaking Jaden Daniels.
I mean, look at Omar's space last night.
That's one of the ones. That's one of the ones that makes me the most mad because I waxed poetic about Omar Speights because my eyes told me he was a hell of a football player at Oregon State, and I was like, well, maybe my eyes lied to me. No, Matt House lied to me.
Yeah,
because he's a good football
He looks
player.
like Bobby Wagner. Like Bobby Wagner was on the Rams last year.
Yeah.
He looks like
he's
Bobby
an undrafted
Wagner.
free agent who's starting for a Rams team that right now would be the 3 seed in the NFC.
Well, he had that huge fourth down stop that led to the touchdown to extend it to 10. I mean, he's making plays.
And he had people out here, LSU fans, calling him Slow Mar Spates.
Yeah. Not the pile on, but
You know
Zach
how
Bond, too.
you know how if you find like a Nazi scientist who's been in hiding for 60 years, you can still try him under a war crimes tribunal?
Yeah, I mean, we've all done that.
we need to retroactively legally punish Matt House for football war crimes.
Bring it back, like public stoning or
yes,
something.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay, public stoning straight to okay. That's pretty intense. I was thinking of more of like a tarring and feathering. I don't think he deserves to die.
That's too light. That's too light. No.
I don't really want to stone him to death in the street. Maybe just glue some feathers on him is what I was thinking and make him cluck.
He needs to suffer.
Because that's chicken-ish what they did last year. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. You should have won national championship.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
I mean, at minimum,
with those 3 players,
at minimum,
to not even
you
make the
should make the playoff.
To not even make the playoff is an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
The further we get from it, we see how good those 3 players are.
And just other players that we were like, wait, man, are they good? No, they're starting in the NFL. So yeah, they're pretty good. Speaking of the playoffs, though, how about if you're Minnesota?
The Gophers?
Oh, the Vikings.
Oh, no, the Vikings. Okay. I was like, yeah, they were pretty good this year.
Golden Gophers. If you're the Minnesota Vikings right now, you're 13-2, and you're the 5 seed.
Well, aren't you? And it's like, well, I saw a meme that was like, Vikings 13-2 in a rebuilding year, and then the Lions 13-2 in like their best year ever. Like, wasn't this supposed to be kind of a nothing year for Minnesota?
Yeah.
O'Connell's a beast.
Yeah.
Especially when JJ went down, everybody's like, and look, hand up, I've been a huge Sam Darnold critic. I mean, I think I've talked about his turnovers so many times on this show, but there's a chance they can get that top seed, though. Because if they win out,
for sure.
they would have
How are
victory.
they 5th?
Because Detroit's the 1.
Yeah.
And
so
so
they lost
the 2
head-to-head to the Packers earlier.
So right now the 2 seed would be Philadelphia at 12-3 because they're leading the East. The 3 seed leading the West would be the LA Rams at 9-6. The 4 seed would right now be Atlanta at 8-7. The 5 seed would be 13-2. Minnesota going on the road to Atlanta. Green Bay would get the 6 seed right now at 10-4 because they're also in the North. And then the 7 seed would be the Washington Commanders at 10-5.
That's crazy that the Vikings would have to hit the road and go to Atlanta.
So, I've been on the other side of this before when the Colts were 13-3 and had to come to us at 8.
You know what that means, though, right? Spencer Rattler playing spoiler tonight. Packers, good luck.
Well, also,
good luck.
it's more similar. It's more simple than that for
care.
the Vikings. Vikings just have to win out because their next 2 games, Lions, Packers. They beat both those teams.
Yeah.
Minnesota has the 1 seed home field advantage.
That's on Christmas.
Winning, you got the 1 seed.
Is that the Christmas game? Lions, Packers?
So in the AFC, it's the Chiefs as the 1, the Bills as the 2, the Steelers as the 3, the Texans as the 4,
frauds,
the Ravens as a 5, the Chargers 6, and the Broncos 7. So Cincinnati does play Denver. If Cincinnati beats Denver, Denver loses their last game, I think, against Kansas City, and Cincinnati wins out. I think Cincy gets that last spot, right?
Yeah, they're still in the hunt for sure.
How would you feel if you're the Bills, 12-3, and you have to face off against the Bengals in the playoffs?
Yeah, it would have been. You don't want to see Joe Burrow.
I don't think you want
Come
to.
playoff
That
time.
defense, that Buffalo defense has been spotty.
Yeah, and well, I mean, the Bengals you couldn't find it with a search warrant. Shout out Hold the Mayo. But still, though, in the playoffs, like you do have Hendrickson, who a sack fumble could change the game. You know that Joe and T. Higgins and Jamar are going to do their deal. Like that would be a team I would not want to see in the playoffs.
Chase Brown.
I wouldn't want to see the Bengals or the Commanders in the playoffs.
You're Bush League Bolts, dude, if we're just going by Harbaugh's playoff resume.
No, for sure.
He's been incredible whenever he's got in the playoffs.
I'm saying, like, to get in that last seed, and you're the 2 seed, and if I saw Burrow or Daniel sitting there across from me, I'd be like, this is some bull.
Do you think the Falcons, like with how well the Vikings are doing, is that affecting the Falcons' opinion on Kirk Cousins? You know what I'm saying? Like, does that factor in? I mean, he hasn't played well for them.
That's actually a really good point.
But like, they're already mad, and then they look over and they're just like, $180 million. Falcons basically signed up for the Jelly of the Month Club.
Shout out to T-Pal in the chat. Disney about to take this stream down. Can't have Olaf saying Nazi.
Hang that house. We're going to hang you for war crimes. Just get stoned, right? No. We're just going to tar and feather.
Tar and feather.
Just relax. No, we're just going to tar and feather.
Bring back the guillotine.
God, I can't believe the Bucs lost last night to the sorry Cowboys. Now the sorry Falcons are going to get in the postseason.
Well,
probably.
Unbelievable.
They have Jaden Daniels and the Commanders next week.
Who does?
Falcons.
Okay, never mind.
Michael Penix looks pretty good, though.
In Washington.
Did he look good, actually? I just said
he looked okay. So
okay.
I saw Kyle Pitts drop that touchdown.
He threw an interception.
Kyle Pitts sucks.
He threw an interception that wasn't his fault.
That's going to go back as like an all-time draft. They took him ahead of Jamar and Penei Sewell.
They asked him, too, about the quarterbacks a couple weeks back, and he said, I don't know, I just work here.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he's completely checked out.
Good on him.
All right, when we get back, more OTB. Keep it locked.
Here.
Yeah, I just work.
Off the bench.
Major beta loser energy. All-Star Toyota BatonRouge.com. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. Toyotathon going on now. What does that mean? You get great deals on whatever vehicle you want. Maybe a Toyota Sienna. Maybe a big old truck like a Tundra. Unfortunately, it also means Jordan Love's going to be really good tonight. But hey, maybe you can win anyway. You always win when you go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge. All-Star Toyota BatonRouge.com.
Go to the website today. Buying new, leasing, or renting. They've got everything available. Even if you're going on the road for the holidays, call today. Call Miss Lisa Sessions today in that rental department. They've got a vehicle for you. And again, we say it every single day. Everything is available. So if you want to save miles, you need something bigger for that holiday trip, go ahead. Or if you got a New Year's trip coming up after Christmas, you can book that as well. Go to All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency. The light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-26.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime and jingle bell time. Dancing.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Oh, great. It's the 5th anniversary of the release of Rise of Skywalker. That's my Rise of Skywalker review.
Wait, I thought that was your favorite one.
No.
That's
no.
what you told me the other day.
That's just so untrue.
Dude,
Literally.
you told me like that's the best Star Wars
Literally.
that's ever been put out.
Literally. Nothing could be further from the truth.
Oh.
In my opinion. If you enjoy it, congratulations on being dumb. No, I'm just kidding, man.
Wow.
Like what you like. But I think it's pretty dang bad. You know it's not bad? It's a Wonderful Life. Be watching it tonight. Cannot wait. It's gonna be real tough for that Packers Saints game to move in on George Bailey and co.
I have got to sit down and watch that, T-Bob.
What?
It's a Wonderful Life.
You've still never seen it?
No.
I know, it's shocking. Just,
I know.
the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Well,
even
I
Hunt
mean,
Palmer loves it now. I think Hunt had maybe never seen it before, and now he calls it the GOAT.
See, here's the problem. You had me until you said Hunt liked it. Typically, Hunt and I, although I love Hunt, we don't typically agree on much. Well, we can disagree on stuff and still be friends.
No? But it's not. I mean, it's not just Hunt, obviously.
Yeah, but you said Hunt. What are you gonna tell me next? Moscona liked it?
I think everybody likes it because it's awesome.
It probably is.
I cannot wait to watch it again tonight. Portal Combat. Bum, 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 bum,
you know you got to
bum.
pay Flynn every time you say that.
Big weekend for LSU. What for arriving parallel thinking, for arriving to the most obvious.
I am typically with
bit.
you on that because when people are like, "You stole my tweet," it's like everybody's tweeting that.
Yeah.
Hush.
Exactly.
But like, I will give that simpleton. I'll give him one little ounce of credit. Like the first day we started talking about the transfer portal, he came up with that. I was like, "That's the best thing you'll ever do."
Happy
Retire
100th birthday, guarantee. BDR.
Meet the football bar. All right, sorry.
My high. Are you thirsty? Drink my high. So, Sadir Mitchell was already in the boat Friday, right? When we talked about this, or was it not official yet?
He actually became official like the afternoon, after our show.
Okay.
He joined about 3:30
So
Friday.
we discussed him on Friday. We basically knew he was coming in, but Sadir Mitchell, big D tackle from Texas, recruited by Bo Davis to Texas. 3 years of eligibility left, 6'4", 340 to 350. You know?
All right.
Just a big some gun. Straight up. And that's something you can't teach.
Best swear word there is, and you almost used it.
Yeah. You did use it Friday.
I know I did.
I know.
I did.
I know.
I did. What was I talking about?
What?
I don't even remember what I was talking about. I said it, and I was like, nobody's
He's a little
listening.
fired up. But then here's some good news. Been saying that you want some, that you want help along the offensive line, right? Like you have young talent, but you need experience since you're losing so much. Well, you do end up getting Virginia Tech center Braylon Moore. And flexibility. This is a guy who started a lot of games, played a lot of games, and flexibility is the name of the game here. As I think this probably bumps DJ Chester to guard. It doesn't necessarily have to, but again, what it does, it just gives you another starting interior caliber guy. But purely from a size perspective, Braylon Moore, 6'3", 300, kind of that prototypical center size. DJ Chester a little bit bigger, maybe would fit better as guard. Snap infractions, whatnot. Like I think Chester was a bit better than he gets credit for. But then again, he did have two very good guards play next to him for the majority of the year, right? So, but I think he'll take a big leap next year. You always do from your first, second year starting. But bringing in Braylon Moore now does free you up a bit. Like if you're telling me it's more Mubinga and Chester, okay. With what I saw out of Mubinga at the end of the year, like it's not a bad interior. I think you still need to add a tackle.
Oh, yeah.
An offensive tackle, right? Yeah.
And we talked about that. I guess it would have been on Thursday or Friday show and some of the different ones that were in the portal because you've done a lot of really good work in the portal. Like just looking at it, you've brought in the 13th, 16th, 19th, 39, 43, 77, 89. Like that's a lot of top 100 players in the portal in different positions. You've done a really nice job there. There's still some that are out there. You look at the safety position. I still think you need to add another tight end that's a veteran player, certainly a tackle. Like those are the three that I would say you probably still need to attack. Oh, minus the probably. You need to attack safety, tight end, tackle.
Taylor, you had an idea at safety?
Yeah, so this is something I talked about for a while.
Hate this idea. I'm just kidding. You hadn't said
JV and Toviano played both in high school, and I always thought he was a little bit better at safety. Think about all the corners you have brought in now.
Yeah, corners
with the guys
real crowded.
Well, because you got Woodland and Stamps coming back. You got Mansour Delane coming in. You got Jakeem Jackson from Florida coming in. I mean, there's not a ton of playing time to be had right now at
DJ
corner.
Pickett and
and DJ Pickett, Andine, those guys coming in. Like, safety spots up for grabs. If you're Toviano, you got to want to do it. And LSU, I think it makes sense for them as well.
Do we know about Harold Perkins yet? No, still no news there.
No word.
Any information there?
LSU did land another player out of the portal as well, another top player, as Florida State edge rusher Patrick Payton joining the Tigers. In 4 seasons with the Seminoles, 110 tackles, 16 sacks. So it's a pretty good production. And now you got some depth there on edge. And again, like we said, with the edge position, after the job that Kevin Peoples did, any player that you give Kevin Peoples becomes more exciting because you think he can get the best out of them. You now have Patrick Payton, Jack Pyburn, Jamari Butler, Gabriel Relaford. So you've created depth there at the edge kind of out of nowhere after losing a lot of depth.
This is a player that...
Sean who?
This is a player that, he came into this season with like all preseason All-American type hype.
Oh, wow.
Certainly he's all-conference, first team, ACC. When you look at who he's been in his career, he was freshman of the year in the ACC in 2022.
Oh, damn.
I think he had 5 sacks that year. He had 7 the next year. So he's trending in the right direction. Now, this year, the production went down, but all of Florida State went down. It's hard to even say, anything about their current players because of how they ended up. I mean, they won 2 games, right? I think it just really spiraled on them. Now, he had 4 sacks this year. 3 of them, I believe, were in the Cal game alone. And so can you get that production that you saw the freshman, the sophomore year? He's an incredibly talented player. And we have seen proof that he can go out there and be a game changer. Like, he's actually one of the he's a guy that's still higher in the transfer portal as far as ranking than he was coming out of high school, and he was a pretty highly touted guy.
Damn.
So it's not just potential. You've seen the proof, but it's gone down this last year, and you got to say, okay, was that because of where Florida State was? We do have a coach that has gotten the most out of the edge rushers at his time at LSU. This could be a game changer, right? Now, there's work to be done, but Patrick Payton is somebody that coming into this year, there was people that thought he could be an all-American edge rusher. So if you can get that out of him, then we're talking about one of the biggest portal hits out there.
So by far the biggest potential of any portal addition,
I would say so,
thus far. All right, so LSU continuing to do a very good job in filling out this roster in the portal.
We can't leave out special teams war daddies. Grant Chadwick.
Oh, yeah, the punter.
That you got. You were bad at punter last year. I mean, let's just call it like it is. You rotated a couple different guys in there. Your punter, Peyton Town, I believe, was 41.6 yards. That was his average. Chadwick is 43.4. Todd's long was 48. Chadwick's long was 60 yards.
Yeah, a lot of 50-yarders. I saw a lot of inside the 20.
Trying to definitely upgrade at that position because, I mean, it was bad. It was bad. Like, you'd play against some teams. I think it was the A&M game. I'm sitting there on the broadcast. I'm like, they are
killed you.
bombing these punts, and you are not even flipping the field.
It was a bad weekend for punters. That cold weather. I don't know what it was. It felt like
who was it? Was it Indiana's punter?
Indiana's punter should be tarred and feathered, or maybe even so.
Well, he's from New Zealand. He's like, yo, what is this? It's
like
summertime where I live.
Yeah, it's
right
true.
now.
That's
What are we doing here?
All right, when we get back,
Trying to tar and feather a lot of people today.
Yeah, well, it's just sometimes the show takes you in mysterious ways. When we get back, more OTB. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
Go Tommy's. That's Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding, guys. And if you need Hardy Plank, Gravano Siding, Wood, Gravano Windows, any type of door, go to the Home Improvement Exterior Home Improvement Specialists. Our guys over there at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Remember, when you're talking about these new windows and siding, I'm talking about energy efficient windows. What does this mean? You save money over time. So over time, this investment in your greatest asset, your home, pays for itself. Also, you'll be very pleased to know here, lifetime warranties on both the window and siding. So you get peace of mind, forever. Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Integrity, dependable, professional, efficient. GoTommys.com.
Yeah, go to that website today and see what they can do for you. Testimonials of past clients, just testimonials, all there on the website, and a gallery of work as well. Like, all that's right there. But also remember, they can customize your job to what you're looking for, right? I've had Tommy and the team come out. They can do whatever you have thought up in your brain. I promise you that. Settle down, Olaf. Go to GoTommys.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency. The light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
The best kept secret.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What up, y'all? Welcome back. All right, we are trying to seed our Christmas movie bracket. We have It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, and Die Hard getting buys. Then we have Home Alone, Elf, Ron Howard's Grinch, Jingle All the Way, White Christmas, Miracle on 34th Street, Christmas Carol, which we still haven't really landed on which version yet. And then the Rankin and Bass, Rudolph. This is an exceedingly white list, to be clear about that. You know, just looking at it here. But we'll still seed it and see what, and then start to put it to a vote and see who emerges. Jake, you were talking about looking forward into round 2 of the playoffs,
right?
From a game planning standpoint.
Yes.
You think it's a big advantage for Kirby and Lanning? Then you're saying the amount of time they've been preparing for the likely winners of what they thought would be the likely winners of the round 1 games.
Well, I mean, I actually think it's an advantage for Kenny Dillingham. I think Dan Lanning. I think Danielson at Boise State. I mean, I think all these coaches. Just because you looked at the first round matchups and your poor phone it just hit the ground again.
I'm going to tell you something about where it was sitting too that's very funny. These tights have no I have tights on underneath here, but there's they've just worn out in the groin. So I've just got straight sack hanging out the bottom. And it was just resting on top of the back of my phone case, and then it fell off.
So I'm not picking up your phone ever.
Yeah. No, you shouldn't.
I don't want to touch that thing.
Because that's a lot of times I just put it between my legs, not thinking about it, and then I realized that, I'm just resting brain on that thing. You know?
Okay, sorry.
Don't look up this skirt.
Oh. No.
Hey.
Don't do that.
We are good. We're fine.
All right. Back to the college football playoffs. You know what I'm saying about, like, they probably had a pretty good idea of who was going to win these matchups, even if we'd had an upset. And maybe Dan Lanning, he didn't have to do as much on Ohio State because they've already played them this year, so maybe he did more on Tennessee. But I would imagine it's going to be a big advantage. I mean, they've had 3 weeks basically to prepare for their opponent, and certainly like guys like a Kirby Smart and like a Dan Lanning who have, proven to be some of the best coaches in college football. And Kirby is like going to maybe by the time he's done in the all-time conversation. I would assume that they did so much work on Notre Dame and what they do well. Like, I'm not saying it's going to win them the game, but it's going to give them an advantage for sure. Where if you're Notre Dame, I mean, you had to be, all Indiana, and now you can get, a start on Georgia, but it's, half the time that the other team got.
And, I mean, if there is one thing that Kirby does, again, I'm terrified for Gunnar Stockton. I think that's too much of a hill to climb for them. But Kirby's got the Belichick thing where he will take away what you're best at. And Notre Dame so clearly wants to run the ball, right? It's how they beat Texas twice. They shut down Texas rushing attack. They forced Quinn Ewers to try to beat them. If you shut down Notre Dame and force Riley Leonard to try to beat you, I think Riley Leonard will struggle. I still don't see how Georgia scores that. I mean, are they going to run it on Notre Dame? I mean, maybe with Gunner, you have an entire RPO game that's open that wasn't there before.
They're going to have a lot of Q runs.
There's a ton of Q runs.
There's going to be a lot of that up. But, I mean, to your point, Georgia does nothing dynamic on offense consistently. They find a way, and you credit them that. But Etienne, he's been good, hasn't been great. There's no receiver that really scares you if you're Notre Dame, right? And so, that's –
yeah, no, not that secondary.
Like, that's the thing that I'm thinking of. Like, Kirby does a great job of taking away what you do well, but Notre Dame is going to have that opportunity even more so because that's what Georgia – and there's a little bit of the unknown because you're playing a different quarterback. But, man, I would dare them to throw the ball and try to beat me over the top. I mean, my safety's toes would be at 8 yards. And then if they beat you, you go, okay, let's adjust. I mean, Riley Leonard can make the throws.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not the most accurate quarterback, but who are you going to take, like Gunnar Stockton or Riley Leonard in this matchup? So,
yeah, you're going to take Leonard.
I mean, I think this is a game where Georgia should probably be an underdog.
I think so too. No, I think so too. I think it's a sign of respect that they are favored.
You know, the crowd's probably going to be 50-50. I don't think it's going to be like a huge home field advantage. This game's not in Atlanta; it's in New Orleans. So, I don't think crowd's going to be a huge factor in it as well. It's the game I'm most looking forward to, I think, and I'm excited to go cover that game here in a couple of weeks because I truly think it is going to be a styles make fights type of game, smash mouth, old school, bloody nose type of football game. But I think that game, oddly enough, might favor Notre Dame.
All right, when we get back, let's close out hour number 2 of OTB. We keep talking round 2 of the playoffs, and we're currently seeding our movie bracket. So keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to centralplumbing.org, 925-8552, centralplumbing.org. 24/7 emergency service. So if you have something go wrong the next couple of days, that stinks. Hopefully not. But Central Plumbing is there for you when you need them. And they have 50 years of experience from which they're pulling, so you can hit them with a problem they don't know how to solve, okay? They have flat rate pricing, so it's not like when you get food delivered and all of a sudden the price basically doubles from one screen to the next. No, you know exactly what you're getting into the entire time. Licensed, bound, insured employees. Great warranty once the work is done, and it's commercial and residential, guys. So what are you waiting for? CentralPlumbing.org, 925-8552, CentralPlumbing.org.
Yeah, go to the website today, and always remember you can check out the remodel game, not only in emergencies, although, like if you have a problem pop up tomorrow, Christmas Day, they will be there 24/7, 365. That's what that means. But also if you're looking to upgrade, and remember, not just in Central and the greater Baton Rouge area, go to CentralPlumbing.org.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. OTB. Shout out to Peanuts. Have y'all watched Charlie Brown Christmas yet this season?
Victoria was telling me, like,
I think we did like the day after
like,
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like early. It was an
Makes
early
sense.
watch.
Is this true? Victoria was telling me, like, Apple bought the rights to
Yeah.
it. So, like, you have to
gotta
like,
go
have
to
Apple
Apple
TV and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I have like all the, because like somebody watches something on every
Yeah,
one of
everybody
them,
watches
you know.
something.
Hell, I think I've got like 2 cable providers, like DirecTV and YouTube TV.
I don't have Peacock. I don't have Paramount Plus because I don't do EPL.
Ooh,
And
yeah,
I
I
don't
had
do
to have
Yellowstone.
Peacock for EPL. And Paramount's got Lioness, Tulsa King.
They really like found something in there, kind of like
What else do they
modern
have?
day
And
Western
then
sort of things.
They got a lot of stuff.
Like I feel like Tulsa King and Yellowstone are in the Venn diagram. They're like,
Well,
kinda
Taylor
similar.
Sheridan does them both.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Well,
Okay.
Tulsa King is Sly Stallone.
No, I know.
Okay, yeah. It's good.
I didn't know Sheridan did it.
Yeah.
So Paramount's
and
just
Lioness. It's just him.
It's just Sheridan. Yeah,
He
it's just
does-
the Sheridan verse.
Was it Mayor of Kingstown? Like he does that one too.
God, how can he have so many ideas in his head?
I don't know. They're all different.
That's crazy.
All different. Like I'm just waiting for one to be like, ooh, that's. Maybe there's. I hadn't seen some of the Yellowstone stuff, like the other spinoffs.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah, there is.
I saw one episode of one with Tim McGraw back in like the 1890s. This is right.
I did see that one. Hadn't seen the one with Harrison Ford yet.
There's one with Harrison Ford now?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Work out, Harrison.
I know.
The new Indiana Jones video game is supposed to be very good.
Oh, how have we not talked about when Shane Gillis called Nick Saban
Oh, can we pull
Alabama
that up?
Jones? I was wheezing.
Bruh. Saban was
'Cause
pissed
Saban-
about those pay and player jokes.
Saban wanted to MF him so bad.
Yep.
And you could tell he was trying to not get fined.
And Gillis has now gotten to the point where, like,
he felt like he was nervous after he said, he's like, I was just kidding.
Well, I mean, he felt, but this is what I think it is. I think Gillis at first was like, it's just fun. It's just a joke, whatever. Then Saban got mad. And then I felt like Gillis kind of at first was a little bit like, whoa. But then I thought Gillis got mad. Like, okay, like, look, wait, hold on a second. Like, I'm really famous. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick Saban is too, certainly. But Nick Saban doesn't actually have power over Shane Gillis. Like, if you're in college football or sports in general, Jake, and you say something like that to Saban, that could have repercussions. Yeah. I felt like Gillis by the end of it was kind of like, wait, hold on. Like, because at first I think he was a bit like, oh, man, what? But then he's like, wait a second. I don't have to feel bad. Like, no, like I'm my own success. Like, I'm Shane Gillis. And that's when he called him Alabama Jones. So good, dude. It is weird though, because
you can tell like he's like, it's just a joke. Like,
yeah,
what?
but I mean, that's the thing. It's like the paying players thing, right? I know Nick Saban gets defensive. I don't think it takes away from Nick Saban's legacy. I think he built a system in which he probably had some sort of plausible deniability. I don't know that I think that Alabama was doing anything that out of pocket or that much different than others, but there was some stuff going on. Right? Like, it's not like it's I mean, but I guess if you're Nick Saban, though, what can you do? You can't really sit there and agree with it or laugh at it. Can you?
No. I was just joking around. Right? I don't think the SEC paid players ever.
Period.
I'm joking. Are we not? Is this not a fun show?
No.
Serious show?
Serious football.
Like Alabama Jones is very serious.
I'm not serious.
Get the whip, Indy.
I do believe in integrity. I always tried to run the program that way so players had a better chance to be successful in life.
I agree.
We make more money in the NFL than any other school, 61 players in the league. That was how we cheated. We developed players. We recruited.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, I forgot about the for real. I'm so sorry. That he did feel. He did feel a little bad. He would. It kind of reminds me of when he did his SNL open, which was very good. But some of the jokes are a little controversial. There's some points, some of the bammers weren't laughing and stuff. And he's kind of like, he's like, these are the jokes. Like, have y'all seen my routine? Like, what's going on here, dude? I thought this was a fun show.
Bro, to hit him with the
Alabama
Jones in the moment with that hat on. That's why he's one of the most popular comedians out there.
Yeah. And then his Irish one,
He did.
Good on him. Good night. All right.
Like if Nick would have thought about it real quick, he could have come after him for having a Letterman jacket on. Like that'd have been a good comeback.
Didn't he wasn't he gonna play at one of the military schools when he quit or something like that?
I think,
all right, we still got weekend winners. We got a movie bracket. We got plenty more to get to in hour 3. Merry Christmas. Let's celebrate Christmas. That was it.
Off the bench.
Go to Accutemp at Baton Rouge, AccuTempBR.com, AccuTempBR.com. All your AC, heating, and electrical needs under one roof at Accutemp. You get service to the highest degree at Accutemp. Just go look at the online reviews. 4.9 with thousands of ratings. So when you're starting to sweat or even melt in summer, you call Accutemp and they're going to make sure that you stay nice and chilly during those summer months. Accutemp of Baton Rouge, AccuTempBR.com. I run out of steam. Go to Accutemp again, guys. Go look at the all reviews. Check out the Star Club membership. Pay a flat monthly fee, and they stay on top of everything for you. You do not lift a finger, and you avoid any catastrophic issues down the road. Also, if you're in the market for a whole home generator, there's your answer there as well. Accutemp Baton Rouge, AccuTempBR.com.
teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
Good morning. It's at 9 a.m. here on Monday, December 23rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 66. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll have weekend winners at 9 a.m. Then we'll talk all things Christmas for the remainder of the show. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and Off the Bench is here to bring you some holiday cheer. Presented by All-Star Toyota. Join us for a cozy chat about sports, laughter, and the spirit of Christmas live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio. Here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Abear.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. T-Bob, Jake, Jordan, Taylor hanging out with you today. Hope you're all having a wunderbar day. Turn it back up a little bit, Jordan. Let's go ahead and dive in to some weekend winners.
That's how winning is done.
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've got too far.
I'm by winning.
I win here and I win there. Now what?
Are you doing what it takes to win a championship?
Wow, winning.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do. What's that? Win the whole thing.
My first weekend winners. Look, it's the 4 home crowds at the college football playoff games. Now, despite ticket prices, everything else, whatever, the crowds were electric. The crowds were great, but I also mean narratively what they were treated to, right? It's a Notre Dame Fighting Irish crowd that earlier in the year saw them lose at home to Northern Illinois. And now here they sit a few months later. They just smoked an 11-1 Indiana team in a home playoff game. They look damn good, national championship caliber. They got a great young head coach, like everything. Coming up gold for the Irish in that Friday night environment was fantastic. You go to Penn State.
So they found the pot at the end of the rainbow?
Well, they're close. They're close.
Okay.
They're close.
Came out gold.
But that's got to be a natty, right? Like that is
they found
that
a
is
couple
the trophy.
Of
you got a couple, yes. A couple doubloons.
Okay.
Couple little gold doubloons. I mean, think about Penn State. Everybody said this playoff was made for Penn State. Here you go, Penn State.
Yeah.
We give you a nice little SMU matchup. You get it home. You get to do a whiteout. Have fun, guys. Good for you. Winners, for sure. Texas, I hate y'all. Y'all suck. I hope you lose and the Big 12 gets revenge on you. And then, of course, the last winner of the weekend, Ohio State, after the toxicity of the Michigan loss, to go be as emphatic and dominant as you were against the SEC. I mean, did you hear the SEC chants coming from the Ohio State crowd? After what, Kirk saying they put 40K in there?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was fully 40, but what a miserable weekend loser, Tennessee fans. That sucks. Put all that into traveling up there right before Christmas only to watch that ass whooping.
Yeah.
Not good. Weekend winner, those. All the home crowds except for Texas, because screw y'all. Y'all don't deserve anything, and I hope you
thought Clemson was going to win. Don't lie to the people.
Don't
lie to the people.
No. You can check the tape. I have a million social media clips, other clips saying Texas going to win because Clemson's rush defense sucks. I wanted Texas to lose. You're telling me you're not cheered for Arizona State?
Oh, I'm cheering for Arizona State more than any team in this playoff.
It would be so deeply funny if, after escaping the Big 12 and doing so good in the SEC,
Big 12 team,
if they would go back and lose to a Big 12 team after they were so bad in the Big 12 for so long. Come on, Arizona State.
We had Scattaboo on the show. Was that Thursday or Friday last week?
Come on, Scattaboo.
Whatever, man. So I really enjoyed that, and he's one of the best players left in the playoffs. So we'll see. Should be. I think it's going to be a good matchup. We'll get there.
He's a good scat put.
Weekend winner, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
258, 5 tuds through the air, added 81 yards on the ground as well. A couple of crucial fourth down pickups with his legs. They scored 22 points in the fourth quarter to beat the Philadelphia Eagles 36-33. Man, just incredible, man. Nothing about Jaden says rookie. Like, to be in that moment and to just stay poised and to lead your team to victory, again, against that team, that defense, what incredible. Incredible game from him, from his teammates. The Commanders were so bad a year ago. Now they're 10-5. They're going to be a playoff team. Just an amazing turnaround for that team, for that franchise, and a lot of it has to do with JD5, and even with C.J. Gardner-Johnson doing his best C.J. Gardner-Johnson fake tough guy act, they still found a way to win.
I still like C.D. Deuce.
Yeah, he's a fake tough guy.
He did beat the hell out of Michael Thomas.
Well, yeah.
So is that an extra fake tough guy?
Yeah.
Jordan?
Man, if he would just play, I love talking trash. But when you get thrown out of the game, one, it's going to cost you some money. When you get a 15-yard penalty, that costs your team. They'll let you talk some trash. There's a couple of words you can't say. They'll let you talk some trash. They'll even let you push and shove a little bit. But he's so egregious that if you watch the clip yesterday, the head referee,
he got punched and he
got punched. He's like, nope, because whatever he said, he goes, nope. You.
Yeah. I thought that was very funny. He got punched, and the ref literally made a point of pointing at him like, nah. This is still your fault. Like, damn, what do you say?
I mean, get to Florida. What do you expect?
All right, so it's my turn?
Yes.
That's the way it
All
works.
right.
Yeah.
Weekend winner would have to be Barron Sorrell, fellow Holy Cross Tiger. He's the starting defensive end for the Texas Longhorns.
Oh.
It was his birthday against the Clemson Tigers, and he had 1 sack, pass deflection, and he just graduated college today.
Wow.
Same
Okay.
time. So birthday, playoff win, captain of the defense, and at the end of the game, in the post-game locker room, Sark let him move the whatever they do after the win. They got like a
the logo thing for it
so
or whatever.
He was the one that flipped it. So shout out Barron Sorrell, Holy
Okay,
Cross, New Orleans
okay.
native.
I was fully wanting to talk crap, but that's a hell of a weekend.
It's a good weekend.
It's a hell of a
That's
weekend.
a good weekend win. You
Can't
graduate
argue.
school, your birthday,
Yeah.
and you get a playoff win with a sack.
Yeah, I
pass
can't argue
deflection.
with that.
So shout out Barron. And weekend loser, unfortunately, has to go to Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter is the weekend loser
Why?
this week. Oh, you don't know what's going on. Well, his girlfriend, let's just say it's getting real bad. So they've just exposed her recently.
What, for being in a music video?
That, and recently there's a picture of a dude grabbing her, at a party, and they took a picture. And now they're selling T-shirts of that shirt, and it's Travis Hunter has just recently deactivated his Instagram. He's gone on social media. Yeah, it's gotten real bad in the last 48 hours.
Y'all just need to let these two young people live. Y'all are pissing me off.
So
dude.
he's the
They were
weekend
so
loser.
clearly in love, and now the internet's ruined this relationship. I hope
Yeah,
you're
it's
happy,
over.
Jordan.
What?
I hope you're happy.
For reporting it? I guess I'm happy, but nah. Travis Hunter, he has to. It's sad, man. Once you see him deactivate the Instagram, it's raps.
Hey, you don't want to deal with y'all's toxicity.
Yeah, it's raps.
So what are we talking about? So what? She was in a music video? Who cares?
No. I'm not talking about the music video. I'm talking about the picture that dropped this morning.
When was the picture taken?
Last year. And they've been
And
together
she's getting her butt grabbed and
by a dude, and they took a picture together.
and she clearly knows.
was
She
it
clearly
Urban
knows
Meyer?
what's going on.
Was it Urban Meyer?
Yeah, she's looking at the camera. It ain't like no. I'll show you the picture in the break. So yes, and they're selling T-shirts of it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Leave Travis alone.
Unfortunately,
That's the ugly side of the internet, man.
it is because he's supposed to be celebrating winning his Heisman, and this is
Yeah,
what he
and
has to
being
deal with.
happily
Yeah.
engaged.
And this is what he has to deal with. So,
What's to do with you?
well, man, I'm not, dude. Trust me, I didn't wake up this morning like, well, let me go do some research on Travis Hunter. Girl, I can't even tell you her
Let me
first
see
name.
this.
Oh yeah, that's the picture. Yeah, Taylor worked fast.
That's.
Yeah,
not an
there's
ideal
no
look.
spin
It's
zone.
not an
There's
ideal
no
look.
spin zone.
I mean,
There's no
look,
spin
look,
zone.
no, chill out, Mr. Young Man. When you've been in a relationship long enough, like, sometimes things don't matter, right? If my wife took a picture like that, I can tell you I honestly would not care. But, well, it'd be depending on who it's with, right? Is it my boy? Is it not my boy? Is it a
That's
complete
random.
random stranger?
That's a random. That's not your boy.
You don't know that's his boy? How
That's
do you
not
know?
his. He's selling T-shirts of it. That can't be his boy.
Oh, that guy is selling T-shirts
yes,
of
the guy
it?
in the picture selling T-shirts.
Weekend winner.
Yeah.
That guy.
I'm about to say no, but that's not his boy. He's the one selling the shirts. Yes.
Still, you get in a relationship long enough, you're going to be like, whatever. But I don't know. God, that sucks.
Right, you're not about to be whatever if somebody grabbed your wife.
Yeah, I would.
You hear him, huh?
If I call my wife cheat on me, I'd be like, can we just pretend like I didn't and you didn't?
Whatever.
And let's just keep this thing moving because I do not have it in me to want to go through all that.
Just pretend like I didn't.
That's a lot. You know? Let's just pretend like none of this ever happened.
No takebacks.
All right, weekend winner for me. When we walked in this morning, Jordan goes, Taylor, you get to give the Dallas Cowboys weekend winner. And I was like, I'm not doing that. They were eliminated from the playoffs before they finally beat a good team. What I'm going to do is give a weekend winner to two players on that team. The first one, Brandon Aubrey, 4 for 4 on field goals, 2 from 58, 1 from 53, 1 from 48.
Beautiful.
Dude has
Tight.
13 field goals made beyond 50 yards this year.
Tight.
It's
love 'em.
incredible. And CeeDee Lamb, guys. I get it. T-Bob, you don't have to like the Cowboys, but they're eliminated from playoff contention. He got a big contract before the season started. Guy's been playing with a bum shoulder for about 4 weeks now. It could have been easy for him to sit this game out. Oh, he didn't, and he had 7 catches for 100 yards. So weekend winner, CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Y'all, I mean, a lot. Look, if y'all have been married as long as I do, you got as many kids as I do.
Okay.
I think y'all are being.
Well,
You really want to go through a divorce and everything?
Look, I'm not married, so the two
For that
guys
picture?
in here that are married, they can speak more about that. Yeah.
You really want to go through all that for that picture?
No, it's funny the way you said that though. Like,
T-Bob's
you
like,
act like I didn't see that. Like, come on, clean it up.
No, for real.
Clean it up.
T-Bob gets home early, catches her in the act, and then he just leaves the house. Comes back like an hour later. He's like, okay,
hey,
now I'm home.
When I get back here,
this better be done.
This better be over. Okay? I want this room clean. I go get some milk.
Crack a window in here.
And I'll be right back. Smells like sex in here.
Oh my God, bro. This is called morning radio. This is how you wake up in the morning.
Weekend loser, Taylor? I don't know. I got nothing.
He win, man. He
I
won
have
a fantasy.
weekend loser if nobody has
Weekend
one.
winner, Jalen Hurts for getting hurt and proving that he's good. I love how the Eagles fans just keep winning games and they try to crap on their quarterback and their head coach. I've never seen anything like it.
Never.
Shout out to Taylor's favorite, Cooper Rush. He's got to be a weekend winner.
Yeah. Has to be.
Man, he continues to find a way. He's getting better each and every week as well. He's 8-4 now in his lifetime as a starter.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's 8-4.
8-4.
He was 4-1 2 years ago when he filled in for Dak when Dak had that ankle injury, and they've won more games with Cooper Rush this year than Dak Prescott. Go figure.
And 10 touchdowns to only 3 picks.
Controversy brewing?
No.
Well,
We could only hope, Jordan.
they owe old Dak a little bit too much money for that to even be a conversation.
I have a weekend loser if nobody else has one.
Go ahead.
Weekend loser for me is going to be Antonio Williams, wide receiver of the Clemson Tigers. Now, he had a great game. He had 7 catches, almost 100 yards, but he did this in the first quarter, okay? So this is the first touchdown of the game. Here goes Antonio Williams. He's going to get in the end zone. Great job. And what does he do? He's going to do the good night, go to sleep celebration. With 8 minutes to go in the first quarter, guess what? Shortly after that, it was 20. Yeah,
that's egregious.
shortly after that, it was 21-7. You can't do that celebration until literally that is the game-sealing touchdown.
He was putting
and
them
the other
just for a
team is
little
done.
nap. It was just a little daytime
he
nap.
did not. Texas was very much awake, and it came back to bite him. Stop doing stupid crap like that. There's so many celebrations you could do. Don't do it. Don't be Antonio Williams.
I would have rather him horns down. I would have respected the horns down right there.
I don't think it matters.
This is weekend loser.
Nah, the night. You can't do the night first quarter. Night first quarter is. You set yourself up for slander.
Okay.
By halfway through the second, they were down 21-7 too.
Yeah,
So shout out Antonio Williams. Good job, bud.
Nah, night that early. Only Steph Curry could probably pull that off early in the game. Like, all right, I'm night it early, but nah, dude, no. I would have respected the horns down right there and took the flag.
Is it a flag?
Not anymore.
Oh, no, SEC is not. I think it's not a flag.
No,
SEC,
they ain't no
so
flag, dude. SEC don't play that, even though, whatever, dude. Screw the SEC. God, I hope Texas loses. All right.
I mean, weekend winner, Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Bengals
Awesome,
still
once
have
again.
life. I'm about to say the Bengals still have life, which is amazing to me.
Really
So,
sick touchdown pass.
yeah. And just, they find a way.
Weekend loser, the Browns. You know,
Yes.
self-explanatory.
Yeah. Weekend winner, the Giants, #1 pick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they passed the Raiders because the Raiders beat the Jags.
Weekend winner.
So Cardell Flott had a pick.
He did.
For
The
the
one.
Giants.
This is the one Kyle Pitts threw to him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's tossed him the ball.
Yeah.
So, yeah, weekend winner, got to go to Giants, man.
How about we say it all the time. We say it almost every week, but weekend winner for LSU's receivers. They now have 4 of the top 14 receivers in the NFL.
Yeah.
Jamar 1, Justin 2, BTJ 6, and Malik 14. And Malik would probably be higher if he had somebody not Drew Lock or Daniel Jones as his quarterback.
If he had a quarterback that wasn't a potato, I think Malik might be top 10.
I would cut Tommy DeVito and I'd pick up Luigi Mangione off waivers. You know, that guy knows how to get it done.
Real quick, I do want to give one more weekend winner before we get out of here. I just remembered, speaking of the Giants, so all these starting quarterbacks, you see like Brock Purdy gave his offensive line cars and everything like that.
Oh, my gosh.
Joe Burrow gave his O-line custom katanas.
The New York Giants offensive line received limited edition bottles of tequila, okay?
Okay, that's good.
from Daniel Jones.
He plays for the Vikings now.
So weekend winner.
for sure.
Weekend winner to Daniel Jones. He doesn't even play there anymore.
Yeah.
He hooked up the O-line that had blocked
Daniel
for him.
Jones
So weekend winner Daniel Jones
has gone through one of those interesting breakups where the team handled it so badly that now people like Daniel Jones that hated him just a few weeks ago.
and he hasn't even done anything.
No.
Yeah.
Although
No,
that was a
because
good
they
move.
made him play safety or whatever. Everyone's like, you treated Daniel wrong. Like, they didn't treat that man wrong. Gave him $100 million. It's
true.
What are you talking about?
You like if you don't get your O-line, like I'll tell you, it's like it's unwritten rule in the NFL. Like, you know, you got a 1,000-yard rusher, the running back gets the O-line, the tight ends and the fullback a gift, or like, you know, if the quarterback has a good year, the quarterback typically gets his O-line something
No matter
anyway. Man, Ryan Matthews ran for 1,000 yards in San Diego. Nothing. Man,
Ryan Matthews probably didn't have a big contract, though, did he?
his first-round pick.
Oh, never mind.
The O-line was so mad. They're like, what? Like, not even like a small something? Like, not nothing?
Can't give us a shirt?
Like, when LT ran for it, like, his last 1,000, like, we all got, like, it's like something like Rolexes or something.
I remember my old man.
I remember being like, that's one of those things you can't do, right? And they're like, yeah, you can't do that.
When N64s dropped, that's what my mom bought for all the O-line families were fresh N64.
Nice.
And they said I wasn't getting one, and then they said they had one left over, and that's what I got one. I think as an adult, that might have been a lie.
Definitely was.
But it was a good lie.
Because my people told me I wasn't getting the PS4 when it first came out. Just
Yeah.
when Christmas came around, I'm like, oh, wow,
Yeah.
PS4. Yeah.
T-Pal says Luigi's a gunslinger. That's what I'm saying. Avo says, T-Bob, they weren't custom katanas. They were katanas used in battles with stories behind each one from the 1600s. Okay, that's
wow,
much
Joe
cooler.
Burrow
I
is
didn't know
actually
that.
cool
That's
as hell.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know.
I just don't know where I'm going to store a katana, but I don't have a man cave right now.
Yeah,
So.
that's actually a crazy gift. I think Mahomes gave his O-line ostrich boots. I didn't think.
He gave him a whole package. Yeah, ostrich boots were a part of it. Those are. Those
Patty
are
better be
expensive.
paying me.
He got him a lot of stuff.
That's what I'm
he
saying.
got him
He better-
Rolexes too, I think.
Yeah, ostrich boots alone are like $500.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that ain't. We're gonna need more, Pat. Come on.
No, I think he got him
Come on.
watches,
Yep.
Yetis, like
Yep.
all kind of stuff.
Keep going. A little bit more.
And the ostrich boots.
You stop saying the ostrich boots. It's just the base level. Okay.
Oh, that's base level. All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking
If
at
you're
it
Pat
right
Mahomes.
now. Yeah, he got him like a custom Yeti. He got him Oakley's. He got him the boots. He got him like a game ready type situation, you know, for recovery.
Oh, I love a good game. I haven't heard a game ready in forever, dude. I used to love a game ready. All right, that'll play.
Now you happy?
Tundra owner kid. I don't know. Did he get him Tundras?
Sounds like you might have got him Tundras.
Golly, PR17. Where you at, Bo? Get us
Hey.
no Tundra.
No.
That Mahomes money crazy.
Bro, you talking about getting somebody a vehicle? That is wild. This man.
Brock got 10 of them things.
You get a car.
Wait.
You
Brock,
get a car.
He's on that rookie deal too.
Brock did what? Brock Purdy did what?
That's what we're talking about. Brock
Yeah.
Purdy, 5 Sequoias, 5 Tundras for his O-line.
On
Nice
a
cars.
rookie 7-round deal.
Mr. Irrelevant deal.
Brock now Brock does probably have some
It's
very
probably an
good
endorsement type
I was
thing,
gonna say,
yeah.
well, he
Gotta
also
be an
probably has some
endorsement.
very good advertising income.
I'm about to say.
So
man,
yeah,
my
so
Lord.
yeah, he got him Rolexes too. So Pat Mahomes. I mean, that's
Shut up,
that's
Pat.
a pretty nice
That's
gift.
good. That's good.
Man, I ain't never get nothing like that.
Ostrich boots. I didn't even know they made ostrich boots. To be real with you guys, I didn't even know that was possible.
Oh yeah, my favorite are Tony Llamas.
Tony Llama.
Love a good Tony Llama.
I
ostrich.
prefer an alpaca boot.
Alpaca
personally.
boots.
Yeah.
The Rolex that he got him, $20K.
Ooh.
The boots were $900.
Ooh.
The Yeti cooler was $425.
Hell yeah.
The game ready was $1,000.
Hell yeah.
$200 of Oakley's.
Okay.
So
The Oakleys are very funny.
$22,525 per lineman.
Knowing Pat Mahomes' style,
Total
they were
spend?
those like white douchey baseball dad Oakleys.
They were $112,624 on gifts.
Okay, good job, Patty. All right. I wonder what TK spent for Taylor.
Same percentage of income for someone who makes $100,000 would be a $210 gift for 5 people, or $42 a person.
I'm way less impressed now.
What-
all right.
What'd you spend $42 on? That's a lot of people.
On 5 people? Nah. I'm gonna get everybody in here probably about a $40 bottle of liquor. We'll see.
That's a we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
What?
I'll take that bottle, whatever. Hey, I like brown.
No, you don't work on this show regularly.
Well, I feel
you can get a 6-pack of beer.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
You get a 6-pack of Old Milwaukee, boy.
Whoa. Modelo's. We good.
All right, when we get back, more to be good.
Off the bench.
Go to main event.
Welcome in to the best morning sports.
Go to main event. Main event right here in Baton Rouge. You're looking for something fun to do this holiday season. You want to go check out main event with the friends and the family. Go have a good time. Go play some professional level bowling. We got the multi-level laser tag arena. We got hundreds of arcade games, delicious food and drinks on our newly reworked menu. And remember, if you mention off the bench, this is critical, guys, when you go. You mention off the bench. Not only that you let them know that the advertising is working, which helps us. We love you for that. You support the show, but you get a 30-minute game card, unlimited. How about that? A 30-minute unlimited game card just for mentioning OTB when you go to main event. Make sure you do it next time you go in. Go to main event today.
Yeah, you're looking for something to do here during the break. Kiddos at home all day. Today would be a great day after Christmas. I mean, just great times. You're looking something to do to fill the day. There's nothing better than main event. It can be whatever you want it to be. Mainevent.com.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Hey, do you want to remind you about Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness? YourGoodwood.com. If your carrot's a little droopy, just go into Goodwood and get some treatment, right? I mean, because that's the thing, guys. Whether it's ED, whether you think you may have low T, You just have a lack of energy. Maybe you're losing your hair, right? You don't have to just take this lying down. Like, you go in there, get your labs drawn. We customize a plan for you. We've got transparent, affordable pricing, multiple different treatment options, and we put together a plan to get you back to being your best thing. Even if it is the simple, just ED medicine, guys. What are you waiting for? Oh, you're embarrassed? Okay, well, stop being embarrassed, right? And stop letting that embarrassment stopping you from being embarrassed. You get what I'm saying? Okay? Hey, new penile enhancement. Go to yourgoodwood.com. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Yourgoodwood.com. So you perk up there, Jordan. Sorry, bro. All right, so let's look at our bracket here, guys. This is the, you might as well keep some Christmas music underneath this segment. We got It's a Wonderful Life with a bye. We got Chris Story with a bye. We got Chris Vacation with a bye. We got Die Hard with a bye. In the 8-9 and the 5-12 matchup, we've got Miracle on 34th Street and White Christmas. A bit surprising here. Two generational thing. Whatever. In the 6-11, we've got Jingle All the Way versus Christmas Carol. In the 7-10, we've got Ron Howard's Grinch against the Rankin and Bass Rudolph. And in the 8-9, we've got Home Alone and Elf. Strong. 8-9 matchup there. Where'd my headphones go?
Are they on your head?
Oh. All right. So, 5-12. That'd be White Christmas against Miracle on 34th Street.
I'm going to vote for Bing Crosby, White Christmas.
I am as well. I don't think this should have been a 12 seed.
No.
I think the resume was much stronger. I think it got dinged from being from a different era.
Yep.
Why Miracle on 34th Street did not get treated the same way, I cannot speak to. That is the committee's decision. But White Christmas has banger after banger, and it created one of the most enduring Christmas songs of all time. One that they would build entire Christmas specials around.
True.
Like I told you, when I went home for Christmas or for Thanksgiving, me and my father-in-law sat there and watched on YouTube old 60s and 70s Bing Crosby family Christmas specials where every single one would be like, hey, Bing, you want to sing White Christmas? And he would. So I think White Christmas wins in an upset here. Does anybody want to speak for Miracle on 34th Street, though?
Yeah, so I will. I'm a brand recognition type of guy. I think that Miracle on 34th Street has had a lot of staying power. I love White Christmas. I love Miracle on 34th Street. I just think Miracle's a lot more recognizable.
Jordan, do you have a dog in this fight?
I do not.
Okay, well, then I think we'll just call it.
Yeah, White Christmas.
We'll call it.
All right, White Christmas advancing out of the 12 seed. Sorry, Miracle on 34th Street. Better luck next time. Next up on this list, Jingle All the Way against Christmas Carol.
I think this one's easy. I think it's Jingle All the Way. I think that if we had a couple more buys, Jingle All the Way might deserve a buy. I think this is a landslide for me.
I personally love Jingle All the Way, but it does feel maybe a bit crazy for that to be the Christmas Carol when there are like 18 great versions of a Christmas Carol.
That's the thing.
There's the original one, which is one of the top ones on the IMDb list. There's the George C. Scott one. There's the
Scrooged is a Christmas Carol.
Is it the Muppet Christmas Carol? Michael Caine is absolutely fantastic.
I just think the number of versions you have kind of waters it down a little bit.
I am going to agree with Tay-Tay here. Give me Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
It's different. It's its own. There's not a lot of remakes. It's Arnold. It's Sinbad. It's Phil Hartman. Jingle All the Way.
Sinbad and Hartman are great to me. I would go Christmas Carol here, but outvoted. Jingle All the Way takes the day. Jingle All the Way. Moving on. Next up on this list, we got Ron Howard's Grinch. It is the Jim Carrey live-action Grinch as a 7 seed in the Rankin and Bass Claymation Rudolphs, coming in as the 10. It's impossible for me not to go with Jim Carrey as the Grinch here. Rankin and Bass Rudolph, I love Claymation. It's always had a very warm spot in my heart. I love the songs. I love the elf that wants to be a dentist. Like it's all fantastic. But in taking on the mantle of that old cartoon Grinch, bringing it to live action, and in terms of expanding and nailing the assignment. I mean, everything from the set design to the music to Jim Carrey's commitment to having to sit through 6-7 hours of makeup a day, and Jim Carrey's just cartoonish ability to transform his persona and figure. I'm going with the Grinch here.
I'm also going with the Grinch. For all the reasons that you laid out there, it is very hard to take something that we all know is animation for such a long period of time. You know, a lot of time in between the animation and the, real life movies. I think they actually hit it. Jim Carrey, I thought, did a fantastic job. I even like the third Grinch that they came out with not that long ago. I love all the different versions of the Grinch, but give me the Grinch here.
If you haven't seen the Illumination animated Grinch that he's referencing, it's very good.
This one's easy. Whatever the spread is, the Grinch covers the spread. This one's a blowout.
It feels a little disrespectful to Rudolph, but it is what it is. And then we got a big one, guys. The 8-9 matchup. Home Alone 1 versus Elf.
Ooh, man.
Home Alone with the ton going for it.
How did this happen?
Directed by Chris Columbus.
The
John Williams
8-9
score.
Supposed to be the toughest matchup.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't on Saturday, but
this one is. I mean, I love John Williams. Then again, just this morning, I dressed his buddy the Elf to work out.
You did.
I got to go Home Alone because the second one might be just as good as the first one. I mean, Home Alone 2 is really good as well. Macaulay Culkin was an icon when he was a kid actor. I mean, it's very relatable. I mean, because everybody's seen it. You love Harry and Marv as the bad guys. I think it's Home Alone.
That's just because you like Saw. That's why, because Kevin McAllister is Jigsaw.
Movie, but okay.
In the second movie especially, those are some Jigsaw level traps that McAllister lays out.
I do like that stuff.
We watched Home Alone 2 yesterday, and my daughters go, it's like the same thing. I was like, okay.
Also,
pretty much, kind of, basically.
I don't know anyone
in New York, though.
Not
Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who's ever seen Home Alone and came away not liking it. There are a lot of people that don't like Elf.
No,
don't like Elf.
No.
It's got a higher Rotten Tomatoes score.
Then Elf is getting hated on too much. The answer here is Elf.
Oof, this is tough. I hate this. I hate every bit of this.
To come out and create a modern classic like Elf did that is so infinitely quotable that immediately worked its way into the pantheon of Christmas movies that you must watch every single year. It's Will Ferrell at his prime. It's James Caan in there. It's Tyrion Lannister. Why am I blanking on his name?
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage. It's even on Kyle Gass from Tenacious D. It's so. Look, the best way to spread holiday cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Elf wins in the 8-9 game.
Jake, it's up to you.
Who'd you go with?
I went with Home Alone.
Jordan, what do you think, Jordan? Because you've seen both of these now.
Elf.
There we go.
I'm an Elf guy.
Oh, my gosh. I love both of these movies, like, equally. We're at a gridlock. Because I cannot go against the movie that is starring Tommy DeVito from The Goodfellas as the villain.
Yeah, James Caan from Godfather. What are we talking about? Elf does.
Yeah, I like Goodfellas better.
I do too. Goodfellas is a better movie.
That does not factor in here, guys.
It does when you're splitting hairs. Home Alone.
Home Alone.
And what are we going to do then?
I'm just a Will Ferrell guy.
I'll be right back.
I mean, Elf is more original.
Yes. It is.
Buddy the Elf coming down.
I mean, is Elf more original in terms of Christmas movies?
Yes, the
Christmas
orphan,
movies
the
alone.
orphan crawling into the sack and everything else.
Yeah, also, let's talk about how, Santa just kept that kid, never brought, he didn't check his sack till the end of the night when he got back to the North Pole.
No, Nookie, I know who Zoe Deschanel is. I just don't think that's her at her prime in the same way that it's Will Ferrell in his. I feel like Zoe Deschanel hit her prime probably on New Girl. It seems like that's what people are most obsessed with that she was in.
But
I mean, I guess, do we have to put this one to a vote on Twitter during the commercial break and see what happens?
Yeah.
Or we call Alondra?
Nah, I mean, just put it in the YouTube chat.
Oh, yeah, you can do polls in the chat?
Yeah.
I put in the chat. Yeah. You have this commercial break to answer, and when we get back, that will be the answer of who wins. Okay? All right, when we get back, more OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to Trash Rangers, trashrangers.com, trashrangers.com. We're putting a YouTube poll. What do you got?
Cade Wazan said Home Alone, and Talks producer said Home Alone as well.
They're not a part of this show.
That's other people. Technically, Jordan's not either. No offense. So that would be Home Alone.
No, George's more of a part of the show than they are.
Man, you just made me run down the stairs real fast.
Put in the YouTube chat. Put in the poll in the chat. See what happens if you ain't scared.
I was just gonna go ask people that worked here and ran up and down 3 flights of stairs. You what?
That feels a bit generational.
Trash Rangers.
Well. Trashrangers.com. You need somebody hassle-free trash
I'm
removal.
the same age as Cade, ain't it?
Services
Probably,
here
huh?
in South Louisiana.
Or close.
You want to go to Trash Rangers. Residential. If you live in Livingston or Ascension, you get to make a choice. Okay, you choose Trash Rangers. If it's commercial, you're a business owner anywhere in the listening area, you get to choose. Choose Trash Rangers. You get a better level service from your neighbors. Okay. Unlike these national companies, they keep the profits here and funnel them back into the community. Go to trashrangers.com today.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product is always customer satisfaction.
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
Right. Well, it looks like the votes are in. And Home Alone in a landslide.
Boys to Men didn't have to go this hard. Woo.
I'm still shocked that it was that heavy, but I guess people don't like golf. Yeah, whatever. All right, so then what's our next matchup then, Tay? That we'd have the 1 seed, It's a Wonderful Life, against who? The
12.
Who was
White Christmas.
Oh, against White Christmas. 2 of my favorites, but It's a Wonderful Life wins. Both a bunch of old school, big brand blue bloods going toe to toe. Bing Crosby versus oh my God, what's his name? Oh, I'm blanking. The actor who plays
Jimmy Stewart?
George Bailey. Jimmy Stewart. Yes, thank you. It's a Wonderful Life. Smashes.
Yeah, I don't think there's much debate on this.
No, not yet. There will be with It's a Wonderful Life, but it ain't White Christmas. Not today, unless anybody disagrees.
I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life, so I can't really speak on this one. But I know you feel so passionate about it, and so many people love it.
I mean,
I'll
we
go
can
It's
put
a
it to a
Wonderful Life.
vote.
No.
What?
It's a Wonderful Life.
All right, so then, that's our 12.
That was our 112. Yeah.
Who are we calling the 2 seed? We actually didn't seed the top 4.
you could it doesn't really matter if you just want to go straight down. So Christmas Story 2.
Okay, sure.
But yeah, I mean,
All right.
because top 4 don't really
Okay,
matter.
so Christmas Story. Who's our next lowest seed?
It would be Home Alone, right? The 8.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Christmas Story versus Home Alone.
I love Christmas Story. I think it playing 24 hours a day every Christmas has actually kind of ruined it for me because I've seen it so many times. I'm actually going to vote Home Alone here.
I think I mean, Home Alone's so good, but I'm going to go Christmas Story because of the timeless relatability of it. You know, movie filmed in the 70s, set in the 50s, but in the themes of family and, you know, and like kind of having like a little school bully and daydreaming as a kid and you know, the one, your little brother that won't eat and how your mom treats your little brother for you. Like, I think it's a bit more timeless in that regard. So I'm going to go Christmas Story.
This one's pretty easy for me. I do love Home Alone, but give me Christmas Story, man. A movie that can play 24 hours every single Christmas, and you're going to sit down and you are going to watch a portion of it. The lamp scene alone, deserves to continue on. I mean, when he says his first curse word, right? I mean, we all remember that bad moment. Yes.
My favorite is when he says the soap in the mouth, and then he has the fantasy. Because I remember having you be like mad at your parents. And he has the fantasy that he's blinded by soap poisoning. Yeah. And they're all like, oh no, Ralphie, we're so sorry. Please. All right. So any dissenting opinions?
No, I'm good with it.
All right. Top seeds moving on. Christmas Vacation. Ooh, this is going to be a hard out. No, good luck. Who's Christmas Vacation taking on here?
Would it be?
You would know.
It should be The Grinch.
Yeah, sorry, Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, Christmas Vacation. I mean,
Hey,
the most quotable maybe of the Christmas movies. Yeah.
I love, like, that's a movie I can watch year round too.
Yeah,
it
for
doesn't even
sure.
have to be Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it does have to be Christmas, but still, yes, very good. Ralphie does kind of look like a young Taylor Sharp. That is true.
Very true. Very, very, very true.
Next up, Die Hard going against.
I believe it's Jingle All the Way.
Die Hard.
Yeah, look, they got the buys for a reason, guys.
Yeah,
they got the buys for a reason. And as good as Jingle All the Way is,
John McClane.
Yeah. It ain't touching.
I don't need to vote
Hans Gruber, the Nakamoto Corporation.
And Carl Winslow's in it, for God's sake.
Carl Winslow, Bruce Willis running around without shoes the whole time because that dude told him about taking his shoes off when he gets off the plane. You got J.D. Pickell in there starring as a Finnish bad guy.
J.D. Pickell.
It's easily Die Hard. So what does that mean? Are we just down to the final 4? Did the top 4 seeds just advance easy?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
They did. So it would be Die Hard versus It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Story versus Christmas Vacation.
I think we have to put these to votes. I mean, let's state our opinions.
Okay.
Real quick. I'll go It's a Wonderful Life because that's my favorite. You already know that's going to be my pick for winner. Christmas Story for Christmas Vacation, I'll go Vacation.
I'll go Vacation. I think that's the easier of the two.
Vacation.
For me.
Now, what about Die Hard? It's a Wonderful Life. Just weigh in. We'll put them both on polls anyway.
Die Hard's my S tier
Yep.
1, so I'm going to stick with Die Hard.
I knew that. Taylor, hurry up.
I got to go Die Hard.
Okay. Jordan, do you care? Okay. All right, let's go to break. We'll put them on polls, and then we'll have our finals, and we'll put that on. Keep it locked, OTB.
Off the bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. 225-888-8888. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorney is there for you. You need somebody who's going to stand up to the big insurance companies. Get you what you deserve. That's Gordon McKernan, okay? You go to getgordon.com. You see all the different cases that they handle. See results from past customers. Everything you need right there at Gordon McKernan Injury. Also, follow me on social media at Get Gordon, where you see a lot of great content about how to protect yourself when you get an athlete, when you get in an accident. It's kind of general life advice. Also, a lot of great content with some of your favorite athletes, the members of the G team, as Gordon and the team continues to be a fantastic leader in the NIL space. Get Gordon, get done.
Go to the website, getgordon.com, where you can get it all done right there on the site as well. Past client results, cases they handle. You can have a chat right there with an agent as soon as you log on to the website. At Get Gordon, always on all major social media is going to be that handle. And you always know, put your area code in Louisiana, follow by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product is always customer satisfaction. Visit us online at reliefwindows.com. Oh, by the way, we do shutters too.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Got chores that need some extra muscle, but a large piece of equipment is overkill? That's what John Deere compact utility tractors were made for. Powerful enough for the work you need to do. Compact enough for how you need to do it. Find the equipment that's right for you at Sunshine Quality Solutions. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Disappointing commercial break there. Happy Christmas from our friends at All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge. So everything going on, go check out the deals. Disappointing break there as Die Hard takes home 63% of the vote. It's a Wonderful Life. I mean, I don't know, man. Idiocracy. That's all I can say. Idiocracy.
Do y'all
What has happened to America?
Do y'all want the final two up?
An
or should
action
just
flick
we vote?
over the most timeless. Now, we know Christmas Vacation's beating Christmas Story. We all
No,
went
I
with
mean
it.
like Die Hard versus Christmas Vacation.
Yes,
Should I put it in the
Yeah,
poll?
put it in.
Put it in the poll right now, and we will end it at the end of the show. So if you are listening, you have 3.5 minutes to get to YouTube and go vote.
Wonder what kind of odds DraftKings would put on this.
Christmas Vacation's got to be like minus 1,000. You know, I don't think this is close. I'm just pissed to die. I would have taken losing It's a Wonderful Life, losing to Christmas Vacation. I can accept losing to Chevy Chase. I cannot accept losing to Bruce Willis in an action movie. It's a good movie. I love Die Hard.
I do too.
I love Die Hard. I really do. But it is not half the movie that It's a Wonderful Life is. Not half the movie. Yeah. Ask the Bench, brought to you by Cold Curse Life is here. It's at the Blooming Lights, Cat Citrus Sweet. What's the best Christmas gift you got as a teenager?
I think the original Xbox with the Peyton Manning football game.
Yeah.
What was that called? Fever?
NFL Fever.
NFL Fever.
Yeah. God, I mean,
Yeah.
that old fat
With the Duke?
Xbox controller.
Yeah, the big old Duke, the only one that ever fit your hand.
That's the only one. It was great.
Yeah, it's always a video game console. You know?
Always. Yeah.
Go down the list. Like Dreamcast, PS3 came out. That blew my mind. I don't think I got 360 at Christmas. I want to say that was before, because I remember playing Gears of War the night it came out in like November, I'm pretty sure. Being blown away.
Taylor, your shotgun that you put in the shower?
No, that was like a year and a half ago.
No.
Probably the 360 for me.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I had the
You
Xbox, but
young buck.
I actually wasn't a teenager when I got the Xbox, so I guess I'll go to the 360. It was a step up. I had really started playing like all the college football video games when that came out. So
Ask the Bench, with the massive ratings win for the NFL games in the head-to-head, should we reconsider college football expansion since no one wants it? So first off, if you ever thought the college ratings were going to touch the NFL, then you know
NFL's
nothing about
by
ratings.
itself.
Yeah, there is no competition.
You should look at the playoff games compared to like NBA playoff games and Major League playoff games. Like it's still doing way bigger numbers.
I think I also just hate this notion that nobody wants the expanded college football playoff. Like, what are you talking about? I had fun watching those games this week, and I'm excited about the winners. And by the end of this thing, you're going to tell me that it's not a more satisfactory champ than we've ever had in our life? Like the road that they will have gone through? So, no. Suck it, nerd. Get over it. I do want it. You don't get to speak for everybody, Nookie. Hashtag Ask the Bench. What's Quad Bob getting for Christmas?
He might be listening.
Yeah, he don't understand English, though, you know. He's an idiot.
poll is officially closed with a minute left in the show.
I don't know what Santa's bringing in, but I got him a balance bike.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to love it.
Yeah, he's going to love that.
He's going to tear that thing up.
That'd be great. It's a good gift.
Christmas Vacation, 65%.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Jordan, what's your favorite gift when you were a teenager?
Probably a car.
Oh,
hell yeah.
A car?
Yeah, that is
no,
good.
well, it's not like a brand new car, but like when I
No,
was
but like
16,
a Christmas gift. You got it for Christmas, 16 years? Oh, that's
Christmas.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
was my
Oh,
dad,
shoot,
it
I
was-
did get my first car during Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
said
probably my
freedom.
tip.
My
Ooh,
dad's,
can't have money.
My dad's old Monte Carlo SS.
Oh,
Hell yeah. I like that.
In
Yeah.
high school, no, I was lit. I was lit.
There you
I was
go.
lit. I was
That's
lit.
awesome for his car.
Ask the Bench, what's the number one thing on your Christmas wish list?
10 seconds.
Pair of
don't have
cowboy
anything.
boots.
An Arizona State victory.
Yep. Straight up. Hell yeah. Hey, Merry Christmas, guys. We'll be back on Friday or Thursday?
Thursday.
Back on Thursday. See you then. More OTB.
Off the bench.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.